It just came out not long ago. Or no, I think it's been around, but it launched out of Kickstarter a month or two ago. $4.99 a month, a lot cheaper than Sirenscape, and I think the quality of the music is a lot better. So it doesn't natively integrate with Fantasy Grounds, but I it's the whole sound thing is a work in progress anyhow. It seems so.
Yeah.
Nice.
So click that little shield, not the link text itself. Click the shield next to it, and it'll open. It'll give you the option to open a window in your browser.
Yeah, I got some kind of like little harpy, elvish, ambient thing going right now, but it'll change in a minute.
It's in the chat in the game itself in case you haven't loaded in the game yet.
Yeah, the chat box in Fantasy Grounds. Just drop the link there. Okay, cool. All right, fellas. So we're gonna inject Laz into the story in an obvious way here, in in a few minutes. But as a recap, right, and particularly for Brian. So you guys got through exploring the ruined tower of Darkalin, I think it's called. It was the home for the scribe, right? So you guys were on a task for the Archmage of Verbobonc, Tarveth, and you went to this dark tower, or this ruined tower, where he was sure that this ink, the civic ink, was basically eavesdropping across Verbobonc and being transcribed, and you definitely found that, and you grabbed documentation to this effect, and you're bringing it back to Verbobonc. So where we last left off, you guys have just left the ruined tower. You're just outside the ruined tower with your proof or your documentation and other sorts of things. And it's what do we say? It was like 7 miles. I think 7 miles back to Verbobonc. So that's kind of
what
where
time of day is it?
That's a good question. Let me find out what time of day it is.
Hey, Andrew, when you get a chance, I'm not seeing Leoris in the character selection.
Yeah, I released it. You might have to release it, Andrew.
Characters. Yep. Leoris. You didn't. It doesn't. I'll clear it. Okay, try it now.
I do.
Okay, great. Yeah, so it's I would say it's probably about 4 p.m. And let's check the weather real quick. Let's see if I've got that. My table. I'll roll for weather in a second. Yeah, my calendar check is here. Yep, it's the 11th planting, 598. Let me output this to the chat box. Yeah. Time is 6 p.m. No, it's not quite 6 p.m., but it's about 4 p.m. And I'm trying to. Here we go. Yep. That's the date, if anyone cares. And yeah, that's the calendar. Let's check for weather.
Planting.
Yep. It is the spring, and we've got this kind of weather happening. Yep, it's sunny, breezy, cool breeze, warm sun. Yeah, perfect travel. Yeah, +1 to morale. So I think the big thing is let's see if you have any encounters on the way back. If you guys, I assume you head to Verbobonc back, but that's up to you completely. So you just tell me what you're doing.
Well, the mage and cleric need to rest anyway to regain heals and spells.
Did we not do that?
Oh, did we do that?
I don't think we did.
I don't think so.
No. So it's 7 miles. It's 4 in the afternoon. We'd get back to Verbobonc just on dark, I would reckon. If we hightail it, it's only just down the road. Or you risk it for the biscuit, stay the night, and then go back to Verbobonc. Either way, we need to.
I think we can just go ahead and run it.
Yeah.
I still got 20 hit points.
Oh, that almost was a 1. Oh, rats. Okay. You guys encounter nothing on the way back other than you're kind of like on a fire trail, like an old disused trail for a little ways before it goes into the main road back to Verbobonc. It was you're heading southeast as this was northwest. But it's a beautiful afternoon. You guys otherwise are feeling pretty good as you rumble back into Verbobonc. It is spring, so latitude. I'm not really sure what it is, but the astronomical set of things. Let's just imagine it's kind of like North America or something. So, yeah, the sun is beginning to set for sure as you guys wheel back into Verbobonc. The guards no longer ask you what your business is, that they know that you're current residents. And you guys, let me push out the map for Verbobonc to you guys. And then you guys just tell me where you want to go from here. Okay, there it is. So, for Laz, for you, basically, right, you guys typically come in through this northern entrance. It's really, I guess, this and the southern entrance are the only ways into the city, as I've conceived it. And you guys were up to the northwest, and you're coming in from the top. You were hired here, basically. This is the group that asked you to investigate, and your current residence is over here. Right around here. Okay. And so there's lots of other shops you can look at on the map. There's pins, I think, hopefully you can see. And
yeah, I can see them all. Cool.
Yeah. All right. What do you guys want to do?
What time is it?
6
evening?
6 p.m.
That's not bad.
I take it, it's not a short ways to the Wizard's Tower if you want to go. I'm sure Tarveth would meet with you, or you can go back to your lodging.
Well, it's on the way, so might as well.
Yeah, it's still early. I mean, it's just coming on the eve. Yeah, the markets are only closed down, 2 hours ago?
Yeah, we should be just in time for dinner, in fact.
Yeah. Excellent. Wizard dinner. Nice.
Yeah, we just set straight to the wizard, of course.
Okay, cool. So you pass by some things that are becoming somewhat familiar to you. The Artisans Guild, the Guild of Merchants. You pass by the guy, or at least he's not there, but the place where you purchased, Bora purchased his bow. And you head south to this rising tower, the circular tower called the Cinnabar Tower. And, there's still, despite the hour, there's still a lot of hustle and bustle in the streets. It doesn't seem like Verbobonc goes quiet in the evening. It's certainly, if anything, it picks up traffic. So a lot of people walking around. And it's at this kind of vibe that you enter into the Cinnabar Tower. The guy that you some mid-level mage in a red tunic greets you. The same guy that greeted you before. He knows who you are at this point, and he rings a chime next to him, and basically an image of Tarveth appears, and He says, yes, yes, Renan. I've been expecting them. I saw them come in from the gate. I was hoping that they would stop by before going into their lodging, so send them to the elevator. And again, there's levitating platforms in the back that go up and down the tower, and you guys kind of know the drill. So,
Up we go.
yep, there's 5 of you, and you guys get onto the lift, and it levitates you directly up to the top floor. Let me pull up my little notes about this. Player notes. Sorry, I just need to bring up. Yeah, here it is. Okay, it's right here. Yep. Okay, you guys step out into the large room with lots of windows and the balcony overlooking Verbobonc. Tarveth the mage is there, and there's a dwarf there as well, an older dwarf with a clean, kind of a clean, close-cropped beard, dressed in a silver and black tunic, somewhat bejeweled, but clearly someone of authority. And Tarveth bids you to come in and ask you to, clearly sees the wear on your faces and asks you to have a seat and ask you what did you find and what's news.
Who wants to start?
Tell him about what we found, basically the printing press. And that we've also discovered, was it notes, orders, from the shadow people in
The Shadow Binders of the Western Vale.
that's it.
Mm.
They
part
are
of it
supposedly involved. Yes. So in league with yours, possibly involved. That all surrounding estates, not just Verbobonc, from Verbobonc to Ferundry and the one below, are possibly targets of this information gathering. That's about it, I think. Oh, we've discovered some information about the recipes of Civic Ink, and that's about it.
Okay. Do you guys get out the documentation and lay it before him?
Yeah, Jorvik has that sealed. Actually, no. Leoris would have it. Leoris has a sealed note from Celine that we never opened.
Yeah.
So I can hand that to him.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll go ahead and hand that to him. I see it here. No, it's the lead seal.
And the smoking gun evidence that Brother Maynard was talking about is Scribe V was who wrote the letters. We don't know who that is, but he's the main culprit. But he was sending the letters to the Shadowbinders of Western Vale under Ios's sway. So
Okay.
make that clear to him.
So Tarveth strokes his beard, and this is a lot of information. He snaps his fingers, and a bell rings, and kind of out of nowhere comes some wine and some glasses and some snack foods for you guys to eat. He said, "This is going to take a little time," he says, and he hands something over to the guild. He said, "Oh, pardon me, where are my manners?" He said, "This is Guildmaster Glimmerforge. He is the head of the Glimmerforge Syndicate. And the Glimmerforge Syndicate, I think you met some of their deputies before at the Cricket's Nest, or no, at the inn, the Thornwall,
right.
Yeah, the Thornwall Tavern, I think it was, yeah, Thornwall Brews." And he said he is the top official for this, and someone with whom I trust completely. Their guild oversees all the fine gems and mining activities from the Cron Hills and the merchanting thereof for the greater area of Verbobonc, Varuna, Divers, and even into Greyhawk. He has a particular concern about this, and that's why he's here. He hands over a set of documents to Glimmerforge, and they begin reading it and absentmindedly sipping on their wine, stroking his beard, and reading this stuff over, and just clucking and shaking his head. Picks up the recipe of the ink and looks at it. Maybe consults a tome over in his bookshelf, comes back. Generally speaking, he says, look, Glimmerforge, I'm not sure what you think, but this is clearly a smoking gun for the Civic Ink. There's absolutely definite and deliberate and final evidence that shows that this ink has been used in a malfeasance way. It has been copying and scrying all sensitive informations for Verbobonc for many months, at least at the highest levels, and leaking this information out to, apparently, to agents of IUs. The Shadowbinders, as you probably are well aware, is an alternate name for the intelligence agency of IUs. Their spies and their spy network. So Rhynehurst, of course, is dealing this. Unfortunately, there is no link that establishes Rhynehurst to this operation. He typically, as he is crafty, he's wiped his hands of this, and there's no writings that link him to this, only to his apprentice who he's going to leave out to dry. I'm sure that was the plan all along. And this Elveron, the master apprentice, will certainly take the fall for it. But even here, you can see, and he shows you the recipe. There's this recipe is made up of 6 reagents or 7 reagents. But the journal shows that these last reagent or 2 were added, and this is after the date of the Civic Ink. So basically, they crafted not the first batch of Civic Ink, but the quick resupplies, embedded the scrying ability into the ink, and that's after Rhynehurst introduced it, so he could wipe his hands of saying that his apprentice was the one who adulterated the ink and not him. So I'm going to have to pursue other means, but this is definitely concerning turn of events for the guilds. Wouldn't you say, Glimmerforge? He said, "Aye, this is damning at the least. Our most prized mysteries, as you would say, or secrets, have been compromised, and the good fellows, the good fellows sniffed that out before the other guilds, but did us.
Talk to the master quickly to ask him what kind of proof we might be able to find to clear him. Maybe he has an idea."
Yeah, he says, well, he says he thinks the only way to implicate Rhynehurst, and by the way, for speaking out of game talk here for Laz's viewpoint, there's a lot of background that he's not picking up, but Rhynehurst is a mage who kind of a Verbobonc mage of maybe equal power and experience as this archmage here, but persona non grata, at least in the past. But he's kind of made up his ways, and he introduced this ink into Verbobonc that automatically would transcribe notes and even feelings and nonverbal gestures. It was a perfect kind of secretary for any proceedings, and it was quickly adopted citywide and outside the city. But beknownst to no one that ink was actually a scrying device that would literally transcribe every single meeting and transmit it to a tower that was 7 miles away magically. And it was very, very difficult to detect, but the Archmage was able to pin it down. And that's what these guys investigated last week. And so, yeah, so the mage, this Tarveth, is completely convinced that his kind of nemesis, this Rhynehurst, is behind it, but there's no evidence to this. And so Bora, or Mort in character, just asked, well, how we might link that. And Tarveth says, well, Rhynehurst has a very very nondescript abode that he keeps called Ashen Hall over in the noble section, the high quarter. And it's there if there is any kind of evidence to be found. It is there, but it is we'll have to walk circumspectly before we try to penetrate that, as he most certainly has it well guarded, well enchanted, probably some golems within. Although from the outside it looks like a very minor noble house, it's sure to be a deadly trap for anyone trying to get in. This is something I'll have to take a look at. Yeah.
Any way to contact him to get through it?
No, Rhynehurst I know is. He said, I knew he was not within the vicinity. He might not even be on this plane at the moment.
A cell phone?
Yeah. No cell phone.
Okay.
But he says, but that's my cross to bear, as it were. You're right. That's my obligation at the moment. There's something more immediate for you. And then he turns it over to Glimmerforge, and he says, Glimmerforge, tell him what you've learned. And he says, our guild has eyes and ears about the city, and our lads, we have learned that some people have been asking for you. It seems that you've spent some coin on at least some enchanted weaponry, and who knows what else. The coin looks like this, and he fishes in his pocket and brings out a coin, and it shows to you. He says, "Aye, does this ring a bell?" And he shows you this coin, and this is in fact some of the coins that you pulled out of the Shattered Circle of the complex under the hills.
Yeah, I pull out a handful from one of my bags and look to see if I can find one of these real quick and show the wizard.
He says, well, gold it may be, but the inscription, it's the likes I've never seen before, and it certainly has got someone's attention. Now, the odd thing is, of course, the lads, they cannot remember. They cannot remember anything of who was asking. It's a strange thing that the lads have no memory of the people who have been asking about. But one thing is for certain, they've found that you're staying where you're staying at the Cricket's Nest, and I'm glad you came here first, because I don't think it's a safe place to go. I think I had the lads move your stuff out. I've moved you. I've took the liberty of moving you to a new place that is not being watched, and that place is called the Turnip Lofts. And the Turnip Lofts are a small private set of apartments over in the foreign quarter, and it's run by 3 halfling sisters who are on my payroll, and they know how to keep privacy, if you know what I mean. All the apartments at the Turnip Lofts have a private entrance in a single common room, and there you'll find your things. But it's not wise to go back to the Cricket's Nest. It's being is being watched by something. And Tarvith juts in to say, well, black robes are not the usual handiwork of Rhynehurst. And I doubt he could muster something this quick anyhow, as you've just left that tower. But make no mistake, he said, another concerning thing is that there's no doubt Rhynehurst knows. And he hands up this, he takes the letter that you gave him from Celine. And he says, this wax seal has embedded within it kind of a scrying mechanism. It's like a little thing. And he says, no doubt that they know this letter has come into Verbobonc. They do not know it's come into the tower because I've warded this tower against any kind of scrying devices. But this letter is being tracked. And he says, we might as well find out what it says. And he cracks the seal and breaks it open and reads it, throws it on the table. And he says, well, this implicates somebody at the highest level in the Celine Council, the High Elvish Council, the Gnarly Woods. Somebody pretty high up in the Celine Council has been furnishing very rare reagents or ingredients to Elveron or Rhynehurst for this ink. Most assuredly, they must know what it's about, and that is also concerning. So this is a lot to drop on you. A lot to digest here, my good friends. But let's not lose heart. Many things are afoot, but you've done a great service to this town, and to myself, and to Guildmaster Glimmerforge. I think there's an issue of payment. How can I be of service to you?
Ooh.
What's the original contract for?
It wasn't, actually. Oh, yes!
Oh,
That's why we took the job.
what? Yeah, what do we take the job for? What were we expecting?
I don't think we actually discussed that part. Job, yes, go!
You guys are in definitely need of some identify spells for one, and maybe a wand recharge if nothing else. But that's up to you. You guys can ask what you want.
Oh, and our experience from the last session, we might consider training if anybody leveled.
Oh yeah, good call. So out of character again, metagaming for a second. If you go into your experience, if you look at your experience, I have put all of you, rather than being 1 point over third level beginning, I put you all mid-level, third level, starting from before last session. So all of you are midway through third level, and then we layered on last week's experience to the 5 of you. And so it didn't render a ton of experience, but there were some for sure with what you fought. And so you'll find yourself more than halfway to 4th level. So that's what you'll find.
Okay.
Nice.
So,
Yeah.
but anyhow, sorry. So, as I was saying, how might I be of service to you? And I think Glimmerforge has his own set of things he wants to discuss.
Well, like I said, identifying, or at least a bunch of identify scrolls and a heap of wine. Let's get pissed.
The price
wand,
on
if we can get any charges put on the wand, that'd be great. Access to a
healing
brewing kit.
potions.
Yeah, access to a brewing kit enough to make 2 healing potions per. That's going to take me a while, though, guys. That'll be 2, maybe 3 days.
Yeah,
16.
cheaper than paying gold for them.
Yeah, probably just over a full day of brewing, actually.
Leoris will chip in, and he'll ask, you wouldn't happen to be looking for students, would you, Archmage?
Well, Well, good mage. It's been years since I personally took on a student. I think my apprentices are now well advanced beyond the wizard category, as they might deem it. But some of my apprentices might be seeking apprentices, and surely, anytime that you care to train the arts in the arcane, this tower is a welcome port for you to put your sail into, as it were. So I will find you someone to work with, commiserate with the experience in the arcane level that you're seeking to obtain, and basically speak to say, hey, I'll find you someone at a sufficient level to train you. Yeah.
That would be great. I will liken this place to my own home. I really would appreciate that.
Yeah, and remind me, Brian, are you specializing in any sort of school of magic, or is it just a generalist?
Generalist.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and you can always change that later, of course, if you want, but no problem.
Education.
Okay. He says, look, this is trivial. The things you're asking, while it for me this is trivial, and he claps his hands, and basically a big ear appears next to him, and he speaks to Rhynehurst, his kind of go-to guy down the bottom. Says, I need 5 acolytes sufficiently to identify some items. Please send them up to my chamber immediately. And the Rhynehurst, his number 2 guy, says, it will be done, sir. And he says, okay, if you would be so kind as to put the things that you want identified onto the table here, I will have them classified and broken down quickly by a number of my more versed apprentices. And as you guys, yeah.
Oh, sorry. I'll put my wand of magic missiles onto the table as well to see if they can. I believe it's broken, so I'm gonna put it on to see if they can fix it.
Yes, it can.
Table.
It just needs a mana recharge. This can be done a few times at least before it runs. Each time you recharge a wand with mana, it increases its chance of complete failure. But it looks like this is a fairly well-conditioned wand, which has not been recharged before. And I will see, basically we'll see how much it can hold. I don't know how much charge was left in this wand before it ran out on you, but we'll see what its full charge capacity is here, and we should let you know in a few hours.
Thank you, Archmages. Yes, it was put to good use.
And so,
out of character, we decided that it's 2 charges you could use maximum per round. Each one is going to be 1 missile.
Cool.
So obviously, we're looking for Andrew to give you more charges as well.
I got a cloak that needs to be identified.
yeah. So let's just take a look at all the stuff you need identified, guys. Let me look at the total party sheet.
I've got like a belt pouch with some powder that's unidentified. I've got some item in my backpack that I don't even know what it is.
You want us to put it in the party sheet?
No,
You
don't have to go through that. So I'm going to I'm just going to jump ahead, and there's a rare comp.
Use the party sheets.
I'm just going to
combined.
No, I'm just going to go through each of yours. I'm going to unidentify.
Okay.
I'm going to make it ID'd. Why is that unID'd? Oops, sorry. Crap. Okay, that's why I have to unlock it. Rare component. Needs to be ID'd. Sorry, I'm just having trouble finding the ID on this. Okay, there
You're
it is. Got it. Okay, so that is I'm going through your character sheet, Maynard, first. We're basically going through and we're identifying these things. Okay, yep, there's that.
Ha!
Here is this.
It's a bit awesome.
And here is this.
Oh.
Okay, that your sheet is done in terms of unidentified things. Jorvik, on your sheet, what you have found is the following. Oh, well, that's... I take that back. They can't identify that. They can't identify that one. Oh, no, dang it. All right. There's a skull. That's not
Don't pretend to be blind.
All right, I've reblinded it. Don't worry. And there's two of. Oh, there's actually. I don't know how you picked up the second one, but it's pretty cool. You got two sheaths here. Okay, so you're done. Leoris, on to you. Sorry, Laz, you're moments away. Your big moment here.
No, take your time. I'm still kind of like hacking together notes here, so take your time.
All right. Okay. Leoris, you're done. Mort. You're next. Cloak. Okay, Mort, you're done. And then Aspen.
One thing.
Done. Done. Okay, so all this has been identified for you. Let me, Leoris, let me come back in with your wand and give you some charges on this. Wand of magic missiles. Maybe recharge, yeah. So I'll just type it out on the explanation, the summary. This is going to have roll me a die 4, Leoris.
All right.
What does it say?
It is a 4.
Okay, divided by 2. You lucky. Yeah, it was
Nice.
20 charges is what this is going to hold.
Holy shit. Okay, cool.
But it's not
Thank
the best of all things. But yeah, it look, man, it's an automatic like 2 die 4 plus 1 or plus 2 per die, right?
I'll take it. Yeah, that's
right,
a lot.
Right. Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Yeah.
So we'll fast forward in a couple of hours as you guys are having a repast here and some meal. He comes back and he's Tarveth confers with his acolytes and whatever, and they bring a bag of your stuff back, whatever, a tranche of your stuff. And he says, "Look, this is pretty run of the mill things. Congratulations on finding some of these things. Some are fairly, some are quite rare. These sheaths, as an example, good Sir Paladin that you have, are not.
Yeah, I get rid of that second one. That was just a regular
normal items.
scabbard.
But in particular, a good Sir Elf, this ice razor, it's termed. This is a blade called the ice razor, and this is you may have heard the legend of the black razor. It was an artifact lost long ago, and this is made of the same material. And this is this sword has unique properties that under certain conditions, if a shard of this blade breaks off, it will lodge itself into the opponent, and it will continue to work its way and do damage each round, cold damage, and the blade will sublimate itself back into perfect razor sharp condition, and the blade will scale in its power as you scale. It matures with the fighter. And so you'll find it to be a bit more powerful as you get more powerful. It's a very, very rare rare blade. And he says,
Awesome.
I don't know where you found it, but I would take great care with it. I would not show this to anybody where it can be helped. This is something the Thieves Guild would steal in a moment.
I'm leering at Mort with it.
Yes.
Just
And then he hands you the skull back because you hand it to him, Jorvik, and he says, "This, number one, it's not magical, but it is unusual, and my students could not ascertain its properties, and I bent my will to it, and I could not ascertain its properties either because it's not of magical origin, but it is imbued with power. And it is not of a divine sort. I've had enough experience with that. I think this is something different. This may be of the mental realm. We don't see it often, but this might be psionically enhanced. But time will tell. Maybe it will reveal itself to what its purpose is, good Sir Paladin. But I would, again, not leave this out on a nightstand. So that's that, and good wizard. It's here's your wand back, and it has a larger capacity one than its size would confer. I think you'll find plenty of missiles to cast from this. And he said, Glimmerforge, I think you had something for these guys as well. And he said, yes. Oh, it nearly slipped my mind, Tarveth. Thank you for saying. He said, look, when my lads were, well, let me slip into my really bad Scottish accent here for all the words seem to have. He said, look, when we lads were moving you out of the cricket's nest there, it just so happened that there happened to be a letter that came from Rhynehurst, and Rhynehurst, a deliverer, was looking for you lads. We took the letter on your behalf, of course, and asked him what it was about, and he said your presence was needed in Rhynehurst rather immediately for deputation at the Register of Deeds. The registrar has questions that must be answered right away, and so I was conferring with my good archmage here, and we think, of course, you're in possession of your own choices, but we think it would be a very good idea if you were to lay low, as it were, seeing as though somebody would be looking for you and staking out your residence. You might want to go to Rhynehurst and find out what this matter is about, and get out of Verbobonc for a day or two.
The road will be watched. Even though the road will be patrolled, but the road will be watched.
Aye, but they won't be thinking that you'll be in the back of a covered wagon with a dwarven merchant, which will be the case. I've already in the event you want to go to Rhynehurst, that coach will be waiting for you in the morning, and your secrecy will be assured. He said one last thing, and one last thing, as a token of my thanks, until the heat is off you, there is the guild is lending you one of its best, most promising fighters to accompany you and on your journey until we can be assured that you are out of harm's way. He is awaiting you at the turnip lofts there in the common room. You won't miss him. He'll be the only dwarf that looks like a crazy man, but he's a bit excitable in combat. But there's no better ally to have on your side in a street fight than this man. So he's a distant cousin of mine, and I can vouch for him.
Well, it'd be nice to have another fighter in the group besides myself.
Aye, that he is. I think so. You'll have a fight in your hands trying to calm him down sometimes, but he is good in a pinch, I can tell you.
Well, the choice is.
And he hands you the letter, by the way.
Heal up here.
He doesn't know what the letter says, but there was a letter delivered to you from Rhynehurst, and that letter is handed to you, Brother Maynard. But actually, it is addressed, however, to Aspen.
Huh?
Yep, it's addressed to Aspen.
Okay. All right. So, yeah, request has been requested, of course. We can either stay and rest the night at Turnip, or I assume this cart is ready to leave whenever we're ready to leave.
Yeah, Glimmerforce says, we have business all over the area. So when you're wanting to leave, we will make sure that the covered wagon comes by the turnips loft and picks you up. We will make it look like it is loading some carts, some boxes and whatnot, but we'll get you in.
Up to you guys. We can either pack up now, unless I can brew or attempt to do some brewing. That'll take about 24 hours. So a whole day. So we'd have to rest anyway.
Yeah, we're gonna need to rest. Anyway, I've got 12 hit points of damage on my paladin anyway. Yeah. So I was about to ask the mages dig up a cleric and heal me.
Wait, I have one healing cure light wounds.
Yeah, but I don't think I'm thinking this is something that the wizard could take care of in a snap. He probably has a cleric router somewhere.
Yeah, true.
Higher level.
Yeah, if you guys ask Tarvith, both Glimmerforge has some clerics on the payroll, and Tarvith has potions that he freely trades. He certainly can. Let's see what he has on him. He has 2 potions of a greater heal, and let's just say cure medium wounds and 1 cure light wounds, and he readily hands those over to you. So,
well, I can go to the party.
Yeah, well, Mort's got 3 hit points damage. He could heal overnight easily just by sleeping. I've got the 12, so that would be like I'd have to heal another 9 after a night's sleep. So.
Okay,
yeah,
so
you'd have to.
So there's 2 potions of extra healing. I'm gonna put them on the party sheet, and 1 potion of healing. So you guys figure out who has what. So there's gonna be a potion. There's 2 of those.
You divvy them up for use between.
Well, I have I mean, if it comes down to it, I could use my potion of healing to try to heal myself, and then just take one of the extra.
No, because can't we get healing here from one of his clerics?
Yeah, I hope
like
so.
Free healing, paid healing.
Yeah,
and over 100 gold healing.
Well, he kind of owes us, doesn't he?
Extra healing.
It's part of the payment, is what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Don't clerics get more healing from these things?
What, from potions?
Yeah.
No,
not
that.
No.
You don't? Okay.
I don't think there's a preference for
No.
that. But
I mean, unless it's a kit thing, and I'm not aware of any kits that that do this or do that. This is one of the most Healy type kits that you can sort of play. I mean, there are others, but none do that.
I mean, it could obviously be something that the DM creates and makes it happen, but other than that,
the only thing I know is roadside shrines. Depending on what deity, do a 10-foot aura of protection from evil or protection from good.
I mean, technically, I could wander over to the Temple of Erroneous and get healed anyway. Either way, so it's all good.
Actually,
I'll put one of the extra healing in my backpack if that's okay.
Hey, don't you have to tithe? Do you have to tithe?
Yes, but only when I get if we get some fresh gold from the wizard, I'll have to give 10%. I've already given up 10% for the last time we got gold. So, although actually no, wait, hold on. I do owe. Didn't we pick up how much gold did we get last from the adventure?
You got a fair amount, I think.
I split like 500 between us or something.
Yeah.
Is that from the Shattered Circle or just then?
You found some. You found some in the. You found. Remember the minted gold pieces for Verbobonc and Burundi and whatnot.
Burundi and whatnot.
I think there was 500 gold actually. And then one housekeeping point, Mort. You're gonna have to divide your gold. I think somehow there was a fat finger on the gold piece, so make sure that you reduce your gold by a factor of 10. You got like 4,700 gold pieces. Probably it's like
Holy,
why have I got so many gold pieces?
40. It's like 470, not 4,700. Okay. Yeah. Look, Glimmerforge says, look, lads. I will have. I'll have one of the priests of Morden meet you at the Turnip Lofts, and he will do his service as you need him to. If you need a blessing, he will give you one. But I will have him. I'll have him meet you there as a parting gift.
Excellent, thank you. And I just took off another 10 gold piece. We can assume I'm giving up to the temple.
Okay. Okay.
I am lawful good.
Okay.
How did you want me to take a tenth? A tithe of what I have?
No, you don't need to.
You don't have to tithe.
No.
My paladin.
Some priesthoods and especially paladins tithe their earnings. They only keep like.
I'm asking if I'm supposed to get rid of some of my gold for some reason.
Yeah.
No. You have like a bunch of gold like that.
Right. Yeah. I don't think there's been that much gold in our whole campaign, right? So there's like somehow there's 4,453 gold pieces in your.
I don't understand how I would have.
Yeah, no, I think it was just a double entry error, right? So, I'm sure it's like a 453, but there's 2 4s there. So I'll do it for you, 453, and then 798 silver rather than 1,798. No problem. So I just pointed out. Didn't want you to be surprised. Okay.
Wow.
And then Glimmerforge says. Yeah, when you guys are ready, I will. My man will show you to the private residence whereas I was speaking. Right, and so
the turnip. Something.
You'll see.
Strange names I have to say, but
yeah.
Didn't we get 500 gold from the last quest?
Yeah,
and I have less than 500 gold.
Yeah, divided by 5, right. So,
at least there was more than there was 5 of us.
Yeah. So
6 now with the new guy.
Oh, man,
and I think you guys dropped. I mean, you got a lot when you sold 20 emerald gems, right? Emerald, gray emeralds. But that was divided. I think that was what 2,000, or 10,000 divided by. You bought a bow for like. Some of
bought that expensive bow.
Okay. Anyhow, if you guys look, Laz, like if you guys look at the Verbobonc, it's like a clock. The turnip lofts are right there at like a 2 o'clock position, right?
Okay, sweet.
So
So is your dwarf that you told us about going to be in this
yeah,
residence? Or
he's
is it-
basically in the common room, right? He's crazy dwarf, the Lordic, I think Lornek. I forget.
Looks like he poured it in from
Lodar.
a grimdark.
Yeah, yeah. It was a kit. I think he's got a dwarf berserker going on. It's pretty sweet.
I do, yeah.
Which
With
would be actually
the fighter berserker. That, yeah.
really handy, actually, for reasons I can't disclose. So yeah. Let me know if you guys. I mean, basically, Tarvith says, "Look, I will be quietly making good use of this documentation to ensure these other kingdoms are well aware. But take care." He said, "I know you guys don't need reminding, but as I always tell my students, it never hurts to tell you something, to be reminded of something you already know, and to be reminded of the following. These are the fact that Selene Council is in on this, and there's most certainly somebody within Verbobonc who's been a part of this. I think IUs and the Shadowbinders have agents everywhere. They've either sold them off or they've blackmailed them. Be careful with whom you discuss these matters, as I will be. I'm not sure who I can trust other than this ring here and my immediate confidants and Glimmerforge himself, some others in the guilds, but not all the guilds perhaps. So this is the tricky stuff. Find out.
It seems to be a strange alliance of some sort between Selene and Iris.
Yeah, it's very
I
unthinkable.
don't understand. There must be traitors involved in the kingdom of Selene, I would think.
Yeah. Or doppelganger or something. Something is amiss.
Yeah, they've infiltrated like higher council or something.
Tarvith believes there's a very powerful wizard within the conclave of Selene that he can trust, but he'll have to do some roundabout discussions before he can ascertain that. Okay, he says, look, if you do make the trip to Rhynehurst, then I suspect a few days' time we might be able to figure out who is maybe who's been after your tail. Perhaps I don't know, but the longer the way, the better for things to die down. Perhaps. By the way, I have to ask. Given what you described to me of the operation of the scribing tower, were there any small animals that you came across, or any ravens, or perhaps any mirrors that you came across during your journey there?
Mirrors.
There were.
Yeah, we can. Yeah, mirrors.
Several
mirrors that came alive.
That spawned different creatures that we had to fight.
Glass golems.
Well,
there was a raven, right?
Then almost certainly I can tell you that Rhynethar knows your faces. Those would have captured your images and your likenesses. From that, he can recreate likenesses to put up posters and hire out mercenaries after you. He could create doppelgangers in your likenesses. Just be careful. But he most certainly knows who you are.
Is it certain that Rhynethar is doing this, or perhaps the master has lost control of his creation?
I would be surprised, but in this, nothing's impossible. But until good brother, until proven differently, my working hypothesis is this very nefarious, innocent acting, but very I don't know, conceiving mage is behind it. If I bit my bottom scroll It would be him. I'll be working to find out, though.
Well, then this dwarf Lodar you talked about is going to come in extra handy because this evil wizard won't know his face.
This is true. This is very true. So.
Well, I've got my detect evil on like 24/7 now because of that. Freaking doppelganger.
Cool.
Okay. So with that, I have to go ponder that which you've given me. Feel free to finish the snacks and your wine, but don't stay out too late in the streets. And with that, he disappears, and Glimmerforge says, "Darn wizards! I never get used to them. I should be going back, but my man will be downstairs at the entrance, and he will see you to your new diggings." With that, he walks over to the lift and goes down.
All right, can we assume that we all rest up, brew potions, recharge, whatever?
Gather snacks and wrap them up and put them in my pockets for later.
Yeah, Bora gets his hash pipe ready. So, yeah, you guys grab your snacks. You get your stuff back. You re-gear up. Go down. Nothing uneventful. Young dwarf, very eager, leads you to the turnip lofts. You guys are met outside. He says, "Wait here." He goes inside. He brings you out 5 different keys. Each of you has a kind of a studio apartment, just single room, large room. But they all have doors facing outward. There's no common entrance. They all have their own private entrances. And but there's a shared common room. Think of like a spoken wheel. The common room's in the middle. And then on the outside of the house are the apartments. And within the common room is Lodar. Unbeknownst to you, his name, but there's a dwarf waiting for you in the common room.
And a foosball table.
Yes, and food.
What's he doing? Is he just standing or sitting down somewhere?
Oh, I'm sure he's sitting down having an ale. He could tell you what he's doing, but I'm not sure.
Depending on how long he's been there, he could be napping, just sitting there, kind of like catching some quick shut eye in a place he won't be stabbed.
I'm guessing it's the one with the mohawk.
Yeah, I'm sure with the tribal tattoos and everything. I don't know. Lodor can tell you what he looks like, man. I don't know how young, how old, whatever. Something.
Yeah, I'd say he's like a whatever younger middle age is for a dwarf. I'd say he's red bearded and mohawked.
80 years old, 120 years old.
Yeah, sounds about right.
They don't start adventuring until they're about 40.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
They all
he's actually considered tall for a dwarf. He crests over a little over 5 foot. And he's like the Yao Ming of dwarves, and he's like kind of like lanky for a dwarf as well, with like a not quite as not like your stereotypical short, squat, slow dwarf. He seems to be a little more svelte, and he is kind of like attired in what you'd consider like a skirmish or guerrilla style, with a very light armor. You probably saw a donkey outside. He has a donkey with a bunch of some of his gear on it, probably a big long spear sticking out of it. And he's probably got kind of one eye cocked open, the other eye kind of closed, a half-lit pipe in his hand, waiting for the other's arrival. He's probably got a holy symbol of the dwarf god Muamin Duathal, and that describes him. Big old his mohawk's not quite as tall yet. As he gains in level, his mohawk grows a little. So
okay, cool. Out of character, I notice he's got. So your kit gives you some kind of stealth stuff. Looks like. Am I reading that right? I see on your combat tracker. I see open locks, find remove traps, Is that supposed to be?
Yeah, that might be just because I pulled. It's because it came from the barbarian.
Okay, so he is a barbarian then.
No, well, it's weird because when I pulled it out of the fighter's handbook, the kit, and I pulled it, drag and dropped it to the character sheet, but I kind of pulled but the text said the barbarian one. I wasn't sure if it was the same, if it was like redundant in both books, so they just have a single entry.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I was just pointing that out so you guys know. Because if you look at the combat tracker, you can see those effects and stuff listed.
Fun remove traps.
Which is cool. Because we got because our ranger has some minor stealth ability, and then of course we've got the thief with us too. So it's good that we've got even.
All right, sweet.
Yeah, and then my ability of finding traps.
The his berserker battle rage takes 10 rounds, so he's got to like psych himself up for it. But that can actually, those 10 rounds can be while he's like fighting, doing other things. So if you ever anticipate a big combat, just like slap him across the face like the Hulk or something like that, and we can get it going early.
Oh, I can do that.
Yeah, it's very cool. Actually, it's a very cool kit. And I guess it's assumed from a DM viewpoint, it's assumed that you guys will get to know each other a bit on your journey, and you will discuss, styles of engagement and fighting, so that you guys can leverage the talents of Lodar to the party's best advantage.
Sure. I'll practice punching him in the face every day.
Tugging the beard.
Yeah. Okay. So Lodar, you see a group of 5 people unmistakably, outfitted in gear and adventuring things. Unmistakably, this is for whom you've been waiting. So they enter into the common room, and here they are. And guys, here's Lodar.
Oh, you must be the dwarf we heard about.
Indeed. Well, Matt, he kind of like grumbly stands up, throws his cloak over his shoulder, and does the old warrior, fist to the chest.
He puts out his hand in greeting and introduces the rest of the merry band.
Greetings, Lodar. I am Brother Maynard.
Brother Maynard, I see. It's good to meet you all. I hope my skills with an axe can save your lives.
Can I throw you if it's necessary?
You don't look like you could lift me.
Oh, I beg to differ.
Toss me. What? Toss me. Yeah. That classic scene, yeah.
Don't tell the elf.
It's fastball special style.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm sure you guys probably
sometime in an emergency.
You guys probably relay to say, hey, look, if you're anything like the Bruneck Stoneforge, with whom our kin fought bravely recently, who sadly passed in battle, then you're joining as well met, right? You're welcome aboard.
Oh, this is true. We need to
honor his memory.
We need to break the cycle. So stay alive, dwarf.
That is my main goal and plan.
Okay.
Well, so we drink and eat and do all that good stuff.
Yeah. So you don't have to, you don't have to, unless you want to role play at all. So you guys get to know each other, and it's been a long day, at least for the 5 of you. I'm not sure what Lodar's got going on, but it's been a really long day for the 5 of you guys. I'm sure you were quite ready. So Jorvik, you would get you're going to get 3 points back with nothing else. You can lay your hands on for another 6 points. Are you going to take a potion tonight to get full strength, or are you going to just kind of not do that?
I'm going to wander over to the Temple of Rhynehurst.
Oh, that's right. Sorry. There's about that time when you guys are ready to go to bed, door comes open, the common room. Temple business drives me mad. Now, which of ye need healing? Glimmerforge said somebody here needs a touch from Morden, and that's what I'm here to do. Let's get on with it. I've got things to do. Yeah, I forgot.
I've got a few scratches
Okay. So let's see. He just go to full health. I mean, he's got plenty of firepower. If he doesn't get on the first try, he'll go second. So, just take yourself to full health here.
Okay, I can do it on my own sheet, I think.
Yeah, let me know if you can't. Reduce your wounds. Yep, got it.
Yep,
Okay.
there we go.
All right. Laddie.
Portuguese.
Glimmerforge said to, Glimmerforge told me, lad, to tell you, take care of these bunch. They've been through it a little bit, but with your strong arm, he knows they're in good stead. Show him what the dwarves be made of, yeah? And with that, he nods and leaves.
Aye. This is gonna be hopefully be better than garden farmers and merchants up the trail and back.
I'm sure.
Exactly. Mort still needs to go to 0.
Okay. Mort. Where's Mort? Got it. Combat tracker, Mort.
I'm the hit point Nazi.
Yeah, apparently.
Somebody's got to be.
All right. I took care of it. He's down. Yeah. All right. Okay, so you guys are rested, and he would get that 3 points back with a well night's rest, right? 3 points on in soft pillows and whatnot. So, okay. All right. So so you guys
all that sort of stuff. Yep.
head to bed. I don't know how you left it with Glimmerforge, if you decided to go today or not. The letter didn't specify what you were needed for, but it said rather urgently to Rhynehurst. So with that, why don't we take a 5-minute bio? I see Ryan just was a BRRB, so we just take a 5-minute bio if you guys don't mind. Like, refresh the coffee.
Time to refill.
All right. Okay. All right, I'm back here. I'll do the vote. It's always fun. I've got to spice up this this Fantasy Grounds player. Fantasy Plus player has been pretty vanilla here. It's like Anya, some kind of new age harp thing. Not very compelling. I don't know. Where's my Fantasy Plus player? Here we go. Jax, can you hear the music at all?
No, I can't.
I mean, before I just turned it switched.
No, I can't hear anything for some reason.
Did you click on the link?
There it is. Yeah, I've got the link open.
Okay, give it a second.
Oh yeah, no, there we go. There it is. Sounds like a harp.
It was a harp, but now it's off. The harp could be off.
This is obviously mine hasn't reset. I'll refresh it. No. All I've got is harp. That's alright. Harp will do.
It's still the harp?
Yeah, for me, all I can hear is harp.
Let me see if I can. All right.
But I can't. I also can't adjust the sound on the
You so you
on
can't
the
you can't
website.
adjust the sound, huh?
No, I mean I'm looking at a nice big picture of two the Rocky Mountain statue things, and the sound is not adjusting for some reason, and all I could hear was harp, and now it's gone.
Yeah, I closed the harp. I stopped it. Something a little bit darker here. I've loaded. Takes a second to initiate on my side. Nothing's playing for me yet.
Rhynehurst.
Yeah.
No.
There you go. Can you hear that?
Share the link again.
Yeah.
Might be something wrong because I can't hear a thing.
Trying to figure out how. Hold on.
Didn't hear anything.
I'm not sure
After I
why.
refreshed it.
Oh, you can't hear either? Yeah.
No, I refreshed the screen too.
Yeah, nothing.
Hold on.
Oh man, we're gonna get a dark synthwave on dungeon crawling.
It adds a bit.
How do I figure? I had it earlier. But just go back in the chat box and see if you can see the link in the chat window. I'm having trouble finding it.
Good.
Because it's going to be just the same
Right.
thing.
I'm guessing.
Once you're back, you click on the checkbox, check circle.
Yeah, it's not. I got deadly silent.
It just went silent on me for a second. I had to restart it.
Mm.
That's weird. It should just be you just change tracks and it should just keep just working. I would imagine. It's weird.
Yeah, it's just there's like 8 things here that it's loading, little sound tracks simultaneously. So I guess it's taking, if you stop it and start it, it's kind of initiate them all at the same time. I think there's a bit of a, but it's really annoying that I'm not able to share the link somehow.
I'd imagine it should just be in real time and just updates for us. I don't know why I wouldn't do that.
I see 3 people are attached. It's like a little eyeball shows me 3 people.
Yeah, we don't hear it. It must be something maybe you just have to unmute your side of it or something. I don't know how it works, but
no,
if you hear it and we don't, then it's
I don't hear it at the moment. It's just like there it goes.
Oh.
Do you guys hear it now?
Yep.
No.
Yeah.
I'll refresh.
Okay.
No, I'm not hearing it. Keep refreshing the page.
Important part is that we hear you.
He's talking about the
No.
Well,
There's another.
Right.
What we might end up doing is if we leave the Fantasy Grounds, if we just leave the Fantasy Grounds games lobby, FGGL, and we go to my own Discord room, then I can bring KinkuBot in there and I can play whatever I want through the KinkuBot very easily. You guys will hear it very easily through KinkuBot. I just can't invite my own KinkuBot into the Fantasy Grounds game lounge.
Yeah, I wouldn't sweat it for. It was working before. I mean,
Yeah, I was listening to the harpness of it all.
Well, hopefully you guys can hear it now. It's rolling for me. But it's odd that I don't have share the link.
Out a fresh link. Yeah.
Let me
That's probably the issue. Something it probably generates a new link. Although that seems weird. Like, how would you change? I guess when you do, does this allow you to do live sound effects, or is it just like music?
Yeah, no, I can do one-shot sound effects. I'll show you. I'm refreshing my fantasy app here. Okay.
Audio app would be one that could do culture and music at a certain trigger. Like you get a song from the 60s or 70s to come up, to have to do with whatever you're. I think it would be awesome. Here's some ZZ Top.
Yeah. But then he'll get flagged for copyright on his YouTube video.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can play riffs like them or have some done that would work, but like that. But most of it will work too.
Okay. I am just reloading this real quick. So I'll push out another link in a moment. It's almost there. Oh, those come from the same place.
If you do parody songs, you don't have to pay
Really
copyright.
odd. None of these, by the way, are yeah, none of these are copyrighted, so it's definitely okay to
Right.
play.
It's to your advantage, yeah.
I don't know. There's no.
I'm
button.
just saying, in a perfect world, I would like to have that. I think it would be awesome.
Right. Well, I'd just say try to use the old link. If not, yeah, we'll figure it out next time. Sucks though.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm using the link, but
I just started it again.
There must be some.
I've looked at every button on here. And there's no place for me to share. Although before there was a button where I could, like, you know, push out to you guys. I don't see it now.
Are you closing whatever windows entirely and then refreshing for yourself?
I closed the Fantasy Plus player app and reloaded it.
Yeah, I think that'd be enough, I guess. I don't know. Weird.
Yeah. Okay, well, like, armor hit.
Oh, heard that.
Did you?
Yeah, got that one.
So for some reason we're not hearing that music.
That's weird.
You must have your music output's got to be muted to us or something.
But maybe it's down. I mean, let me crank it up and see if you guys can hear it, but it's really loud for me. Let me see if I can, you guys hear that?
Nope.
It's got something else. But I can't see it. If there's any kind of little speaker icons or anything, they look like they're really press it again. I assume for each track or whatever, there's got to be some kind of indicator. It's like a soundboard.
I just turned my Google Chrome down. I don't know, can you guys hear the music or no?
No, we can't hear anything. No music at all, Tiro. Oh, wait.
Detect magic.
What's that?
Oh, that's magic. The magic is plenty loud.
So the one
We
shot.
can't hear there's no music at all, period,
Okay.
for us.
Interesting. Well, the music's not working.
I've already adjusted my Windows volumes, so.
Would work. I didn't hear anything.
That's so odd. Okay. I'm signing out. No, it's so weird. Why would it do that? Sorry, guys. You know how it gets when you get into this mess.
Oh, that's fine. I'm sitting here trying to fix something else on my.
Especially when you have plans and they're thwarted by technology.
Yeah, well, I mean, when you discontinue your service and sign up for a brand new one because it's cool, but you now all of a sudden can't push it out.
Yeah, I don't understand. Technology is like hit or miss. You can get an AI girlfriend on Twitch now, on Twitter, but you can't get music to work on. Doesn't make any sense. Something's unfair about that.
Yeah.
Good analogy.
All right. All right. Well. All right. I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out later. Okay. So, okay, everyone's back. Cool. All right. So, morning arises, and did you guys? Sorry, did you guys say that you were going to go to Rhynehurst this morning, or are you staying in Verbobonc?
Rhynehurst.
I don't think we said, but I think I would say yes.
I mean, unless
Let's go.
like
Right.
mage needs more spells, I don't know. Scribe spells, that's about it.
Okay.
I think everyone else has got everything.
Yeah, I don't have a reason to stay.
No.
Should we go to the arcane shop?
Did the wizard get his wand back?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. I don't know what spells I should get. You guys have any suggestions, but I think I'm good for now.
No, I mean, your spells were fine. How many charges you got on your wand now?
I got 20.
Okay, that'll work.
Yep.
Bust in the room. Blum, 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 blum. I'm out.
Yeah.
You're gonna need a
I
new
need
wand.
to go to the arcane shop.
That's a little on the light side, but it's it'll be better than nothing.
Gatling gun.
Yeah. Choom, 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 choom.
It'll
See
be
ya.
over before you know it. It's only it's like 10 rounds worth of.
Yeah.
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 By the way, Aspen had that letter delivered from the Register of Deeds. So if you break that, basically it says, dear lady, Lady Aspen Varel, you are hereby summoned to the Register of Deeds to clear up a matter for the delivered document and deed on behalf of Elric Malin. Given you are his proxy and he is not available, basically landowner law requires your presence in Rhynehurst as soon as you possibly can come. Cordially yours, Gildren Twalk. That's what it says.
Land. Oh, this might be cool. Sounds like I've inherited something.
Gildren.
The Parks.
Okay, so after a little bit of a meal at breakfast, you hear the clop clop of horses, and the same young dwarf that accompanied you to the Turnip Loft inn here bids you good morning and says the carriage, if you're ready to go, the carriage awaits you.
Board carriage.
Yeah,
And I don't think we need anything else. We've got rations, we've got spells. About it. I can give you a blessing if you need.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead, Bor.
Yes.
I was just saying I want to finish my coffee.
You can finish it on the wagon.
Yeah, it's you take your time. You can finish your coffee. The dwarves have to load a couple of things anyhow, drop some things off for the halfling sisters.
Drop some things off to the halfling sisters?
Yeah, so there's 3 halfling sisters that run this inn. They're on the payroll of the Glimmerforge Syndicate. And
I bet you they are.
Yeah,
I bet you their goods are just a little bit hot to touch.
I'm not sure if that's contraband as much as it is information, but they supply some vegetables and some foodstuffs and some wines from time to time to them. The halfling sisters give them preferential treatment and put their people up and give them intel. So when Glimmerforge came to them saying, "Hey, there's some people acting on our behalf that needs a place," no questions asked, they went ahead and got you 5 rooms.
Nice.
I'm saying
Okay. So when you be ready, come on, come outside and get into the wagon. It's not the most comfortable ride, but it will do. So there's a few dwarves outside. The thing's backed up to the door, kind of a public, like an access common room, not to your rooms, but there's another hallway that leads out where kind of in business can take place. So there's not much. In other words, you can get into this wagon without much visibility. There's you see it's been loaded with some hay and some leather skins of water and whatnot, maybe some apples and things in the back. Plenty of room for you guys. It's probably like 15 feet long. And what the dwarves do is once you guys get in, they'll load it from floor to roof with some carts, some empty crates, just for from privacy concerns, and they'll shut the back curtain. All right.
Hard to see or shoot out of the back,
Yeah. Well, if
but I guess we won't need to until
hopefully not.
we're ambushed.
Yeah. Right.
You
If it comes to that, once you guys are on the road, I'm sure you could like
Lovely, lovely optimistic outview there, Bora. Until we
Yes, I
get
know.
ambushed. What? Kick him out.
He knows all my tricks. Yeah. You guys could, once you're on the road, if you so desire, you could probably move the top empty crate very easily and use it as a stand up and look out, But yeah, okay. So you guys
Mort apologizes and says he always thinks of the worst case scenario just in case.
Yeah, right.
It's like that song, the Just in Case Blues. Just in case.
Just in case blues.
Well, that's probably wise.
Yeah, right.
Anyway, yeah.
Okay.
You sleep with your Warhammer, don't you, Ranger?
Yeah.
Just in case. He goes to sleep stroking his bow. Just in case.
Okay. I'm going to push out. So look, it's about a 6-hour journey. But the main road is open. There's no going around like you had to for Shattered Circle. The horses go at a pretty good clip. And you guys arrive at Rhynehurst without any to do. I'm going to push out the map of Rhynehurst. It's just kind of a review. Not a big town, but it's a bit of a town. So this is what Rhynehurst kind of looks like. It's on the river. There's some bridges coming into it. You can see at the the southern position. There's the Register of Deeds. And so the dwarves in here take you up to a building. Not surprisingly, it says Registrar on it. And there it is. You guys are in front of the Register of Deeds in Rhynehurst. The dwarf says, we'll be at the tavern should you need us to take you back same day. I suppose you'll be going back. We'll be up at the tavern up here at the end of the street, wetting our whistle. Come and not us, me. Come and find me when you're done. Yeah. With that, he clop off, and you guys are left standing outside the Register of Deeds.
Aspen enters the registrar, with Maynard following, of course. We want to find out what this letter is all about.
All right, cool. You guys.
If they have any dirty deeds.
Dirty deeds. Done dirt cheap. No, there's no dirty deeds in this.
That's where I would clip in that song. Exactly.
This is Jax's the hometown heroes there. ACDC.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow. Voice confirmed.
Okay. So you guys enter, and what you find, I'll show you a picture of what you see. You come in here, and this is, as you enter, this is what you're looking at. You see a quite elderly gnome sitting there with a pretty compelling looking young lady, and they're not arguing, but they're forcefully exchanging some discussion here, and they stop and look at you as you walk in. And the gnome stands up and says, "Good day. My name is Gildren Twok. With whom do I have the pleasure of speaking?"
Aspen Varel.
Miss Varel.
Thank you.
And these
Hi,
gentlemen are with you, I take it?
Indeed, these are my compatriots.
Okay.
We have come about this letter.
Oh, yes.
Quandary?
Please come in. Yeah. So he says, yes, I'm sorry to pull you away from your duties in Verbobonc, but there is a matter I must clear up. And you hear, and yes, we must clear up. Please let me introduce you. This is Lady Vestra Kalinor. She is a local woman here outside of Rhynehurst. She and her family have lived here for a long time. And the lady says, young lady, she's like, yes, thank you for coming, Gildren. Let's get on with it. She clearly is agitated, and so yes, of course. He says, oh well, you see, it's about this letter that you delivered. Actually, I don't know if you're aware, but it's a deed. It's a land deed. And this was delivered to you by your emissary, farmer, I forget his last name, who dropped it on your stead, by your stead, on behalf of an Elric of Melon of Verbobonc. Now, Elric should be here to answer these questions, but he is not available and cannot be found. And he clearly labeled you, Miss Aspen, as his proxy. And given the law of the Archclerisy of Verona states that in the event that the principal cannot be found, that the proxy must fulfill all the obligations of the deed. And so here you are. Now, the reason I called you, Miss Aspen, is that there is a confusing aspect to this deed. Let me explain. He says, this is a deed, this document that you had delivered is a deed claiming the lands around Rhynehurst. The deed, however, doesn't just claim the lands, and I'll put this, by the way, outside in the chat. So I'll put this in the chat. The deed doesn't just claim the lands near Rhynehurst. It claims part of the Vestra estate, a very old estate owned by the Kalinars here for generations, a fact to which I very much contest, interjects Lady Vestra. Yes, there is that, of course, but then he goes on to say, there's also some curiosities arrive. Sir Malin has no holdings in these areas. In fact, he has no holdings on record whatsoever. And I have never heard of him, even though I've been registrar here for more than 50 years. Yet here's a seal that matches an entry we had struck over a century ago. Now, how is that possible? He's very odd. He mumbles to himself, very odd indeed. Further, this deed, it uses an archaic Flan legal language with some very odd phrasing. Like, look at this. And he flips a page or two through and he says, the holder of this thought will remain as it was and thus becomes. He says, it's very odd. All of it is very, very odd. But then he straightens and he says, however, and he casts an eye towards Lady Vestra. However, it is perfectly legal and the document is all in order. I have no choice but to execute this deed. But, he holds up a finger, as a courtesy to Lady Vestra, whose family has been in these lands as far as our town records go, I will stay the execution for 3 days for her to furnish and present proof to the contrary. But as a proxy, you are asked to accompany her to witness the furnishing of such proof. And so he looks around, and Lady Vestra says, as perplexing as this is, yes, I do request your presence at my estate, which is about a 45-minute ride to the north, and we shall clear up this matter. I can tell you that there is no such Lord Malin laying claim to my estate, which has been in my family for generations. I don't know what kind of trick he's trying to pull, but I can furnish the proof that there's no such thing. If you would be as kind to accompany me, that is. And they look at you questioningly.
Of course, indeed, my lady. But a question, when did this document appear in your presence? You say that you've had it for over, or struck a deal or something, but you have no memory of it? How long is that document in your hands?
Yeah, well, look at this room, good brother. Good brother priest. This was dropped off about this was delivered by your emissary about 3 weeks ago, but it's only 5 days ago did I have a chance to even open it. And when I opened it, that's when the curiosities I read through, and I read through again. In fact, I think I've read through it more than once, but I can't recall actually doing so. But nonetheless, you're here now, and the deed is in front of me, and it seems to be in order. But it would be good to resolve the curiosities. And
with Maynard casting an eye over the rest of the party, raising that eyebrow. And you say 3 weeks ago, about the time when we would have been going through that temple with the Shattered Circle.
Your business, as you say, sir brother. I just know there was a farmer that came in that had delivered this document for you as you were otherwise preoccupied. He seemed to be in your debt and of great gratitude, and so he was very pleased to deliver this as a token of his appreciation. And that's what happened. Basically, you guys were delivering, going out of game for a second. You guys were delivering this letter straight from point A to point B. It was your job to deliver it for a bit of gold, but you got waylaid, more or less. And so you handed it off to this farmer who very much, since you saved his kid, he would move heaven and earth to do this for you. And he did. But it was about 3 weeks ago.
Good man.
When a whole heap of time-shifting stuff was happening.
I don't know anything about that, but he says, but everything is in order.
I was more sort of turned to the party, curiously, like, coincidental? Oh, but he would have heard that, yes.
Mm-hmm. He says, very good. It's very kind of you to accompany Lady Vestra. Again, I do not like unresolved odds and ends in my business. Exacting is what I'm about. So he stands up, he puts on his bifocals, he grabs a quill, and he bends down and quickly signs his name and stamps the deed. And as he does so, roll me a who's closest? Aspen and Brother Maynard. Roll me a perception check or a wisdom check, and see if you succeed or not.
Wow, she's actually got a really high wisdom. That's Aspen.
Oh yeah, easy.
Dude.
She both of you are kind of watching what he's doing.
Hey, why did that come out as Maynard? Both of them came out as Maynard.
I don't know.
That's stupid.
I don't know. You can try again.
Rolled on Aspen. That's Aspen.
Select from the top and it'll work before you roll.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
There you go.
There we go. Well, she failed.
Okay. Well, I take it you meant to roll it for her. So anyhow, one or both of you is looking over his shoulder as he stamps the deed, and you could swear, if your eyes are not deceiving, you could swear you see the ink on the deed kind of swirl for a moment, and then reset itself, and all of you, without a doubt, feel a pressure in your ears. Do you know how you take off in an airplane and you feel like your ears kind of pressure in before it pops? That's exactly the feeling you get when he stamps the deed. He kind of shakes his head and that's clearing a thought, and he says, okay, remember, 3 days to furnish proof. And Lady Vester says, very well. You will have your proof as soon as I can get it. And with that, she stands up. Good day, Gildren. Good day, Lady Vestra. And
Good day.
okay, so she says, well, my driver, Jorben, is outside. If you would follow me, I will take you to my estate, and we will take care of this. So,
Indeed, in kind. We shall follow you. This is a true conundrum. I think I know what I'm going or what's happening, says Maynard.
okay. Well, she is. If you guys want to give me a perception check, again, probably wisdom, all of the party, you guys can look to ascertain if you want, get a beat on her. You know, if you want to see she's faking or genuine or whatever, you feel free. Just let me know.
Well, I've already detected evil or not evil. She's not evil, I'm sure.
Sure. I'll detect.
You guys
Is
are
it
detecting
19?
not a whole lot of anything here at the moment.
The genuine person.
Yeah. Leave it to the thief and the paladin here. Okay.
Why isn't the 19 working?
No.
It's a
and
the
wisdom
bridge.
check. You failed
Yeah.
by 6.
Yeah.
Target was 13 or
Yeah, you
less.
got to get under. You got to get under your score. Not for a skill check, you have to get under. For a save, you've got to get over in 2E.
Well,
Good, Lodar. Yeah. So you guys, look. I mean, your gut tells you. Look, this gnome is like any gnome. He's a complete numbers nerd. He is. He's all about getting things right. He doesn't like. You've got him sized up within a second. This lady.
Never trust bureaucracy.
Right. He is a bureaucrat through and through.
Yeah.
And this lady, she seems earnest. She seems put out. She seems confused. She seems, she doesn't seem haughty at all. She's called lady, but you don't feel like she is looking at anybody more inferior. She's just really trying to get down to business and figure this out. So
Has anyone even ever heard of Flan legal language before? Is this something they employ to trick people into? Is it like bureaucratic wizardry, contractual sorcery?
That's a good question. My paladin has etiquette skills, so I'd imagine I probably would know.
Well, you guys can. I think you've checked this before, but roll history if you want, an ancient history to know what you know about.
I would have to do religion if there's any religious. No.
Yeah. So somebody's got history. I think Leoris has got an ancient history.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So putting it together, right? And whatever skills, and I don't know, Lodor, if you've loaded any skills in, but you're allowed to have, I think, non-proficiency skills. I think 2 for a fighter. You have 4 weapon proficiencies, and at 3rd level maybe more. I don't recall. You could.
Yeah. I got my non-weapon skills are kind of 2. I themed them based on the archetype, so I got like alertness, endurance, mountaineering, and crude weaponsmithing.
Okay, cool.
Crude weaponsmithing.
Nice.
Yeah, I can make like spears, bamboo spears, or whatever.
Right.
I can sharpen. It's whittling, basically.
Yeah, whatever you can.
Yeah.
He wants a rock and attach it, lash it to some string and make an axe.
Yeah.
So I mean, putting two and two together between the etiquette and the ancient history, right? The etiquette, he knows a bit about the legality of documents, and ancient history knows about Flan. You guys, what you can parse together is like, look, Flan, of course, is the ancient peoples before, or at least the peoples before the the Flaness, the continent, I guess, or the world. You can edumacate me there, Jax, but so
So it'd be like if something was written in Old English or something. This current day and age.
Beyond, they come from the Sea of Dust. So this is a time before times, a time before Flannan was even inhabited. So the major tribes come from where he's talking about. They speak 3 different dialects or 4 different dialects. So you would consider them as they're all common, but they're just different regional twangs.
right.
Yeah.
And I think the analogy, I think you're on the right track, Lodor. I think the analogy is like, look, just as our Constitution is based off the ancient, the very old English civil law from the 1200s and the Ganymede documents.
Yeah.
So maybe the basis, the seeding of the legalities of the current peoples have their basis and roots in the archaic Flan languages that maybe the scholars initially. Yeah. So I'm sure you'll draw on over a bit of a brandy or something could put you to sleep at in terms of that. But yeah, it's recognized as a construct of legalities, and it's not something seen very often anymore, but it's still abided by in the courts by some anyhow. Okay. So
accents, that's what the word I was looking for. Bloody accents. There's 3 or 4 different accents of common.
Okay.
Orith, sleuth, something else. Dialects. That's it. There we go. Thank you, Doctor.
My English degree comes in handy. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. There we go. Oh my God.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, good. She says, well, this should not take long. And she waves, and there's a wagon that is I don't think she was expecting 5 or 6 people for sure. Not quite could hold all of you, but perhaps if someone saddles up in the front with the she could saddle up in the front, 3 abreast and 3 in the back, or 4 in the back. I think could make it work.
Yeah, may not sit up front, unless one of the fighters want to sit up front and be that meat shield that you're supposed to be. I mean,
stick to the back.
Hey, in college she'd be on my lap, but I'm awful good. So.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Is there enough room to pace alongside with the donkey, or?
Oh yeah. Good call. Yeah. The road's pretty broad. Even right now.
If anybody else needs anything stashed on the donkey, we can use him as a beast of burden.
Mort wants to stay in the back.
Okay. All right. Cool. All right. Well, it's once again, it's you find yourself about 24 hours as you were making your journey into Verbobonc, 4 p.m. It's not very far from that time as you're making your way to the Vestra Manor. So you guys get on the road and you leave Rhynehurst pretty quickly. It's not a big town, but it's a decent town, maybe 300-400 people. And you see that the road from Rhynehurst to the Vestra estate, the manor, winds gently northeast through fallow fields, hedgerows, small sun-bleached shrines to Biori and Alator. Farmers occasionally wave from a distance, but few linger near the road, especially as the hills begin to rise. As the path ascends towards the Vestra Manor, the woods grow dense. Oak, birch, and whispering aspens curl over the lane like clasped fingers. The shadows lengthen unnaturally, it seems. You guys engage her in any discussion? Is there anything you want to know, or is there anything? She certainly wants to ask you some things, so let's engage in some dialogue. You guys have any questions for her?
Yeah, has that little gnome bothered you prior to this day about your lands or anything such?
Oh, Gildren, no. He is no, we've never had any recourse to discuss anything. We've always come into town about having deeds from maybe water rights with neighbors and just making sure of this and putting things in the will. I remember coming down when I was a young girl with my parents who have both departed to ensure that the will, the inheritance of the estate passed to me. I was too young to understand anything, but my parents told me that's why we came. And he seemed just about the same back then. But no, he's never given us any problems. He's just a mainstay within Rhynehurst. So imagine my surprise when he sent for me. I never heard of such a thing. This estate, as such as it is, has been in our family for generations upon generations. I have to imagine there's a mistake or a forgery or something happening here.
Just a little out of game information. Are we heading west or have we headed north?
North, yeah. North.
And if so, have we crossed the border?
No. We're our manor is near the border of the archclericy, but we're not outside of it. We still remain within the archclericy of Varuna, but they don't bother us. I think they have their eyes set on other things.
Okay. Madam, if I might, quandary. Oh, sorry, go. If you want.
I was just going to ask. Does she have just the driver, or does she have any retainers for guards? It seems odd to me that she wouldn't have some kind of retainers with her. So if she doesn't, I just kind of remarked
traveling the roads. Yes, good point.
She says, "Oh, good paladin. Now I know who to call should I need assistance, but in all of my 26 years here of living in this lands, I've never once been accosted in a vile way or in an aggressive way. I couldn't even imagine hiring guards and retainers to guard my persons. It's a small town, Rhynehurst, and we're quite safe, aside from the visual, the occasional bandits in the woods.
The roads. That's exactly what I'm kind of getting to. Is the fact that if you're on a road anywhere, there's always a potential for someone to waylay you.
Yes,
and hence my occupation.
Yes, I suppose I have been a bit naive, but the Rhynehurst, the mayor does a good job with the patrols, at least in the vicinity, and I have very little use to go outside of the greater Rhynehurst area. In fact, it's been years since I've traveled outside of our area. So, no, I feel quite safe with patrols, but of course that can all change in an instant, I realize, but so far my luck has held out.
Fair enough. As long as the constables are doing their jobs, I won't worry too often, but I'll keep an eye open to see if I judge whether they're doing their jobs or not, I guess, while around here.
He says, well, I feel, I have to admit, I feel all the more safe with you all coming, and I thank you, although I can't imagine whatever brought you into the service of this Malin character anyhow, who's claiming she gets more fierce, claiming a possession of my estate. It's unthinkable. What sort of man is he?
Yeah. I was going to ask the same, too. I didn't interact with him as you did. You all did, the rest of the group. Did any of you sense anything off with him?
I don't know, did we? I haven't detected evil yet, it seems like tonight, have I?
This goes back to the very first game we had.
Yeah.
Going out of the game, I think Aspen was, I think
Oh, yeah.
Brian.
So I don't know all of it. I missed like the first half of the adventure or something.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
The first
came in on the second level
couple of
of
sessions.
Yeah. You guys didn't actually even interact with Sir Malin. You got it through his servant.
No.
You guys were basically friends with the servants that there.
Yeah.
It was considered a bit of a minor task. And Aspen was, in fact, friendly with one of the head mistresses there. And she convinced Lord Malin that they were, Aspen and friends were up to the task of delivering the letter. And so that's how her
all
name.
I know, that we hadn't actually seen the guy, that we'd only been in the service of some melon.
Right.
A watermelon.
Watermelon. You did meet the daughter. The daughter was a bit of a handful, remember?
Yeah, that's right.
And if you recall,
And
she was
she got
kind of upset that she wasn't entrusted with delivering this.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's why she got it so personal when we said we'd passed it off to a farmer, and then I think it was Brian that quickly cooled her down.
Yeah.
We were like, oh shit, we're about to be fired from the job.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Let's do for a minute.
I think you guys guilted her with the Brunick death, yeah. So
Yeah.
So the answer to
that's
Lady
right.
Vestra is no, you've never even met the guy.
Yeah, we've never seen this melon in person.
Do you guys think it would be worth trying to see if anyone speaks this Flan or can read it and have them give a look over the document themselves? Or is it too rare of a language that no one will know it?
Leoris would have the best chance because it is an ancient and forgotten history. Look, information on this place. Yeah,
Two River Town.
It's a big travel, and it's a big travel west.
Yeah,
it's a real big travel. Like, I shouldn't have said that at all, because I don't know that information.
Might not even make it back in time.
Oh no, you'd probably die just on the travel, unless you get teleported there. And it's rare that the area that I'm talking about, you'll get access. They don't just let anybody wander into this area.
I see.
Okay.
The Leoris could get in, no problem. An elf might be able to, yeah. Wandering fighter or human, no. Raging zealot paladin,
I'll prefer to call it passion.
Yeah. So, what Maynard will tell you is that the information on any of that ancient language is lost or held in high security and regard. You're not just going to wander into a main city and go and pick through their archives and stumble blindly across it.
I didn't even know if perhaps there was someone we could hire that already knew it or something.
Oh, possibly. There are many scholars throughout the world, throughout the land, but
it's just, do we have time to get to them and back in 3 days?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Archmage, if you could get his attention on it, he probably could help. But the time is a bit of an issue.
Yeah.
She goes on to explain that her family has served in Valuna loyally for many years. Her great uncle died during the turmoil between the crowns. That they've never trafficked in mysteries. You get the feeling that she talks that she is not one for the supernatural. She's very level-headed and grounded. She does say about her grandfather that he kept meticulous ledgers. And if there's a record of this, Elric Malin anywhere, it would be in his ledgers, and that as soon as they get to the estate, that she will bring you down to her record chamber in the cellar and show you what it does or does not have in it. But otherwise, she talks pleasantly about growing up, and she is she's certainly not unpleasant, but also not completely congenial given the circumstances. So it's not long before you guys are continuing to climb up a little bit. You pass a stone wall. You note you pass a dry stone wall marked with an old spiral, nearly worn away by lichen and time. There's a crow that sits atop of it that does not move as you pass. And then as you turn the corner in the distance, you see a manor that rises atop of a treeless rise. Gray stone, old and pitted, but well kept. As you cross the estate's outer road, the wind stills and a bell chimes once from the tower clock, but the time only shows 1/4 past the hour. And this is kind of what you see when you, this is a bit what it looks like as you guys are pulling into this manor. Hopefully you can see that.
Loads.
Old stone manor. Okay.
Oh, nice.
Oh, it's pretty nice.
Yeah, it's
okay.
it's a nice little manor.
Says the paladin standing there. It's okay. I've seen better.
So she says it sits on a large estate. The manor is only part of the estate. The deed is claiming not only part of the lands, but the estate as well. Why, she does not know. She pulls up. She drives a carriage around to the side. Hops out with Jorben. Jorben says, "Mistress, I'll take care of the horses and be in momentarily. I will bring refreshments for you and your guests as you go down to the cellar. I will have refreshments ready for you as you come up. As I believe you will not be long, as you've mentioned." And so she says, "Please, gentlemen and lady, follow me." And as you do, she leads you into the Vestra Manor. And this is what you see. This is you don't see this, but this is generally the layout of the manor. I'm going to go ahead and share this with you. And let me know when this pops up for you.
I see, but it's all black so far.
Oh, okay. Oh, because I'm sorry, your tokens are not on it. Let me put tokens on it.
Just fine now.
Oh, you see it?
Yeah,
Okay.
I see it.
Good. Okay, so maybe I don't need to put tokens on it. It's just
Oh, nice.
it's a bit of a size. I've not been sizing these things in a very memory saving friendly way, so it takes it a bit to load. But you guys are coming through this back entrance here, and without going through a blow by blow description of the house, you're basically coming in here, and then through here, and downstairs through the cellar. Basically, okay.
Okay, gotcha.
So she says, "Yes, this estate has been in my family for many years, but now it's just me and Jorben at the moment." And we'll see what the records have to say. So please follow me. And she does. She leads you through a main foyer with very upscale, but signs of wear. Right? She's not flush with cash, or at least if she is, she's not spending it on the upkeep of the manor. Everything seems a bit, well preserved.
It's the lived-in look.
Yeah, it's been lived in and not really updated and refreshed.
As we're walking to the cellar, Maynard brings up the point. Madam, what is the main profit driving of your estate? Do you run sheep? Do you have ore? Do you cut wood? What is the drive? What was the estate's main capital?
That's a very good
If you will.
question, Master Priest. Well, for years, and my family was hired out. They were in wars, and they were typically soldiers and well-to-do adventurers, I guess. They amassed for themselves a pretty good set of earnings. I think they invested those earnings in local lands and businesses, which we have many partial holdings that return some revenue from us to this day.
Yes.
We don't produce anything other than small batch wine. On the back of the estate, we have several rows of vines, and the unique climate outside of Rhynehurst and the river and the hills are a perfect soil combination with acidity to give us a unique kind of grape that the towns and even the cities can pay top dollar for, which we will partake if we find the proof that I know will be here. I'll share with this for you. But that's to answer your question directly. Today, I'm not much of a businesswoman, and I have some accountants in Rhynehurst help me with the details.
Your forefathers were crusaders. They fought in the war.
Yeah, that they did. They did. They fought. They've been loyalists to the Varuna and before Varuna. The lands before that, and they've always fought against imperialism and the rising tide of dictators and people who'd want to
so they helped
their will.
local lords. Did they help within the battle against Oz? Did they crusade to there? It sounds like you're a descendant of great crusaders.
I don't know how he has. It sounds more heroic than I think it was, but yes, they fought in the Great Wars and the wars before that. And my understanding is that for generations, my family has fought against the tide of darkness, wherever it reared its head. And when there wasn't darkness, they would hire out to the local landowner and lords that are overseen, or if not, mercenaries more abroad. So, okay, and so she leads you guys down. She brings a torch from one of the sconces there, or lanterns, but a torch as well to light the cellar. And let me share that with you. So you guys crest down the stairs, and you come into the cellar. And this is kind of what you see. This is the visual of what you see here in the cellar as you're coming down. You come down, and let me read it. It's special. Actually, there's a bit of a passage here to say. You have the ledger room here. So as you descend into a dry, cold hall beneath the manor. The family vault, as it were, is sealed with a lead clasp engraved with the Vesser crest, which oddly is a spiral-cut gem that lies at the lock center. She touches it, and in a certain way, and rotates it, and it opens. She walks down the stairs, and this is what you see. You come down the stairs, and there are stone floor with different archways and different passages. And she says, "My grandfather tells me we're aware that there are further passageways and cellars below this, but he walled them up some time ago as to prevent the drafty air and perhaps the rise of any kind of water table. And so now we just have these rooms here and the records over here to the right. So over here, more deeply than my map shows or my little drawing shows, but over here is the record room, the ledger room where she has a bunch of her records. So she says, this will only take a moment. And she says, again, my grandfather kept meticulous records, as did my father. And so if there's any writ of deed and landowner and transfer ownership, it will be lodged here. So she removes the family chronicle. It's a black leather-bound, heavy, ancient volume, very thick, lots of pages, goes back in time. She treats it with care. She announces this is a record of her family and title owners. And as she passes through, she comes to the end. And there's a there's a space where the land titled passed from her parents to her. But then there's a stunned look on her face as she points to a page that was prior blank. She said, "This page was blank." And now it reads the following. And I just put this in the chat. The ledger reads, Eric Mallon, named heir under the spiral right, witnessed by Tharn Vestra, 482 CY. And Lady Vestra backs away in disbelief. She says, this wasn't here. This wasn't here. I would have remembered this. How can this be? She absolutely is stunned. She's speechless. And she says,
That's 100 years ago.
She says, and you say this man gave the deed to you only weeks ago? How can this be?
Looking at the rest of the party, ma'am, we may have some explanation. Before all of this started, we came across something called the Founding Stone. Was it the Founding Stone?
Yeah, Founding Stone.
Yeah.
And discovered it in the clutches of an evil entity who was manipulating time. Now we are following something called Civic Inc., which collects information. I believe that even before we vanquished this time-dealing demon, that someone had already manipulated the time, that these events did happen 100 years ago, but on purpose. That's why I'm asking, are there any resources on your land? Is there any strategic purpose of your land, or did your ancestors, the great crusaders that they are, vanquish anyone of importance?
Give me a moment. I cannot, this is all so unreal to me. And she's really struggling with her worldview at the moment. She can't imagine what you just said doesn't even register in her mind. And then she looks up and says, to your second question, it's more easily answered. No, there are no resources other than wine, an old estate that's crumbling down around me. I don't mean to be so frank, but I'm sure you couldn't help but notice. And no, there's nothing that is of import of this property. She says, "Hold on, there's another volume," and I've got to find it. She's very distracted, and she hurriedly walks to a shelf and starts pulling down books, and she after 15 minutes, she finally finds this red leather-bound set of books that she was looking for. And she says, "This is our family ledger, and this had not been opened in years." And she rifles through the pages and comes yet across another entry. And it says, Eric Mallon, Ward to Tharn Vestra, 482 CY, transferred rights to the Watcher's Tract. And Lady Vestra says, I don't remember any Tharn Vestra. I don't know who this is. Or do I? She said, I can't think. I can't remember. My mind is not working at the moment. And
yes,
the Jorvik, there's something that's vibrating on your persons. You feel a hum in your backpack, actually.
Oh, I was about to do penance. Okay.
You're not that excited.
I mean, I guess I open up my backpack and I think I know what this thing is. It's the unidentified object.
This is the skull of Everrush. The eyes are dimly glowing red, and it seems to be humming. Not like a tune, but vibrating with a steady frequency.
I unveil it to the rest of the group and the lady. I don't know what this file thing is doing, but it's activated.
What is that? What manner of trickery have you brought me to here? Are you in league with this Malin person?
No, it's impossible for me to be in league with any evil lady. This was something that we attained, or our comrades attained, in another adventure.
I please, let's go upstairs. I cannot stay down here any longer. With that, she leaves the documents down there and she rushes upstairs. She's clearly a bit distraught.
Take a bo peep at the documents.
Okay. You read it.
Especially their ledger.
Okay. As you
I
flip,
hand the skull to the wizard.
okay.
Here, you handle this. I'll go check it.
Yeah, it's still vibrating and dimly glowing. The lights, the gem eyes are glowing red a bit, but not brightly, but just dimly. As you look at, it all seems to be in order, but I can tell you, Brother Maynard, as you read the last page of Eric Malin, every time you read it, it's like a slippery oil. Your mind cannot grasp it. You keep forgetting what you're reading. You read it, and it's there, but then your memory fails you, and you can't remember it. And you read it again, and it's there, but then you can't quite pull it together. It's like a soup of words in your mind.
Rhynehurst, my friend, are you able to focus upon these words?
Yeah. Let me take a look at it. I'll just leer at the words and see if I can, if it kind of focuses for me.
And he has the
You
skull.
might have it.
Right.
Oh yes, he has the skull.
Yep.
Yeah, it's the skull's definitely vibrating, and it's definitely the eyes are glowing red. Not more intensely, but they're alive with a red glow. It's same thing. It's you read it, but you can't. It doesn't stay in your short-term memory whatsoever. It just doesn't. You read it, makes sense. Yeah, logical. It's there, and then what was I reading again? And you look down. Oh yeah. Okay. You turn away and like, what was that again? That's how it goes for anyone that looks at the book. That's how it goes.
I may have a hypothesis that's written in civic ink. Somehow they've bound some sort of time lapse when you're reading it, and either somebody has actually gone back into the past, or they've, through the civic ink, they've been able to manipulate a timeline to rewrite these documents that they'll be claiming not only these lands, but lands within the states of where we've, the ones that we found the coins from. I think it was 3 states: Verbobonc and Frondry and Valuna, or something like that.
Yep.
And that's what we'll find.
Could be.
For some reason, they're land grabbing. I don't know.
Yeah, working hypothesis. Okay, so nothing much else to see.
Paladin, check out the chick.
Yeah, there's nothing much else to see down here. Old books. There's history down here of the family and things, but you feel guilty rifling through their stuff. So
Is there a heraldry book?
Um,
The only angle left to shoot from information would be: is this some sort of revenge thing? Because they were crusaders. Today,
yeah, I don't know. Time might tell. Time might tell.
Get back at you, take your land. But I don't think so. I think it's more the first two, some sort of strategic land grab to base influence or something. I don't know.
No.
Did we ever establish that if it was ever like some kind of magical thing, or if this is just some
Do you want to
temporal...
detect? Do you have detect magic? The skull is not magical. That the archmage, but if you want to detect magic on the ledger or anything, you go for it.
Yeah, I'll spend a spell slot to see what happens.
Okay, 10 minutes. It'll take you 10 minutes to memorize a spell, and you detect magic on it. So Leoris, you take 10 minutes to memorize the spell. Your first level, basically the rule is memory serves 10 minutes per level of spell. You can substitute them out so long, but it'll cost you a spell slot. So you spend a little time in private and then you cast detect magic, and it glows. You're very familiar with the spell, right? You've learned it and you know it instinctively how it works. It's working in a bit of a different way, in that it is magical in a sense, but it's kind of alternating between light blue and dark blue, indicating the degree, or at least in some times it can indicate not even degree, but I don't know. You have a perception that this is simultaneously fairly old and fairly new. It's like occupying maybe this thing is a bit magical, but it's in and out of the plane. Maybe you don't know. I mean, it's like it's weird. It's flickering a bit. And your knowledge of magic, as such as it is not that it should be flickering. It should be constant. So you wonder why that might be.
Yeah, that is strange. Gentlemen, I'm seeing something I've never seen before. This is two types of magic. It's that's not something that's supposed to exist. So I'm at a loss.
Yeah, roll me an intelligence check, and I'll try to give you if I can give you a beat on it. See if I can give you a working hypothesis or a crummy one. Oh, almost. Yeah, you're not really sure. You think maybe there might have been two spellcasters involved. You're not really sure. Maybe.
Yes.
But that could be wrong. Okay. So, Paladin, did you upstairs to check on Lady Vestra?
Yeah, just making sure that she isn't emotionally distraught.
Okay, she has
Make her some tea or something.
she's gone back to the parlor room, which is the big hall you guys went through. So I'll throw this up. I'll get rid of the let me throw that back up. Floor 1. Yeah, so
Lodar will post up just as some sort of guard patrol, just kind of checking around like the doors out of habit.
Okay, cool. Yeah, good call. So you guys are right here, in this room here, and Jorben is there, clearly a bit alarmed at his mistress's ashen white face, and is trying to get some answers out of her, but she kind of refuses to answer. she says, Jordan, please go get us some wine. I need some spirits at the moment. And there's my map doesn't show it, but there's sitting areas in here. And she begins to recover. Her mind kind of refuses the reality of what she's seeing, and she straightens up with a bit of pride and says, "Good Sir Paladin, and the rest of you who may have joined him, I have to admit, I am not unnerved by much. As a young lady, owner of an estate, and having to handle all the things that come with it, I learned at an early age to have courage. But this, I have to admit, has unnerved me." Jorben comes in with the wine and the goblets, and she says, "Jorben, did you contact Draven? Is he to be here tomorrow?" "Yes, my lady. He is to be here mid-morning." "Okay." She says, she looks at you all, and she says, "Look, my cousin Draven is coming in. I immediately sent for him when this issue of the deed came up a few days ago, 5 days ago, whatever it was. And he should be here tomorrow mid-morning. But I beg of you, and I don't say this lightly, I would be so indebted to your service if you would mind just staying with me, of course, in separate rooms tonight. I am beside myself with things I cannot understand." Of course, she says quickly, I of course will pay you for your time. But all this talk of bandits and what transpired down in the cellar, I don't quite feel myself.
I think that's an excellent idea. Perhaps we could patrol the grounds ourselves, looking at the rest of the party, wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
We'll set watch, of course. Nothing to worry about.
I can't tell you how relieved that makes me. I didn't think I was capable of such, to be honest, fear and doubt, but I seem to be overwhelmed with it at the moment, and your kindness has bringing me something to hold on to. Please, I will make sure that your time is well rewarded with some gold in the morning, and some wine, of course, as a memento. I do want to go back, and I would suggest it now, in fact, but Gildren, for the 50-odd years he's been the registrar, he is so exacting with his business. He has never in 50 years opened 1 minute late, and he has never closed 1 minute later than closing time. I'm afraid he will not be available to us tonight, should we go back. And so, first thing in the morning before my cousin comes, we can go and see if this might be a forgery or something, or some kind of hoax is being played on me. I want to get to the bottom of it. And she says, but I am relieved that you are kind enough to stay with this seemingly frightened girl. She says, Jorben, please, our guests will be staying tonight on the second floor. Please, if you can tend to their rooms, and we will be having dinner for an additional 6 guests tonight. Of course, my lady, I will see to it. And he goes out and takes care of things. So here we are. So you guys set a patrol. Lodar went outside, I think. Lodar's kind of going outside. So Lodar, roll me just roll me a 20-sider. No, I guess wisdom. This is all perception at this point, guys. We're doing some perception stuff here. So I just wanted to make sure to roll me a wisdom check as you're going through some of these rooms, going outside.
Okay.
Okay. So Lidar, you can't help but notice as you kind of reverse your steps and go back outside to walk around a bit, you pass by a mirror in the foyer, and you you see something strikes you as like not being right with your image. You walk by it, and the mirror shows you that you're 5 steps ahead of where you really are for the moment, and you look back again, and there's nothing there. It's very confusing, but the mirror didn't seem to track your actual movement.
Bizarre. Must have been that ale.
Yeah, could be some of that wine. You're right. But a little oddity for sure. Okay. So if you go outside, we can just let me know what you're doing, and the rest of you just let me know what you're doing. If you're doing anything, if you'd like a tour of the house or something or whatever, just let me know. Otherwise, she's in the parlor room, kind of throwing some wine back.
Aspen will go on patrol as well, but she will. Where's her skills? Try and hide in shadows and disappear.
Jorvik just goes to the
No.
front door, I guess.
I'm standing there with a twig in front of me. You can't see
Yeah, right.
me. Patrolling nonetheless with the bow ready.
Okay.
Just out
She
wondering where
says,
they
"Look,
are.
I know you guys are alarmed, and I appreciate it. You have, there. Feel free to look around. There are 2 levels to our manor, and then of course the cellar that which you've been to. But feel free to look around. Jorvin should be upstairs getting your rooms ready." And,
Is there a balcony of some sort?
Manor will be praying.
Yeah, on the second floor, I'm pretty sure. Let me pull up the map for the second floor. Do I even? I have it. I do have it under. I thought I made second floor. Well, I know I have a map of it. I just haven't transferred it. So let me do that. Okay. Yep. Floor 2. Okay, I'm gonna push this out. This is second floor. So you come upstairs. The rooms may not show the beds, all the beds, but there are at least 2 bedrooms. I see 3 beds in one room and 2 beds in another, and then a couple of beds in the upper left. Yeah, so it's fine. The balcony, I think Brian or Lodor or Brian, whoever it was here. You can step out
Okay,
on
yeah,
the balcony here.
For sure. I'll just, I guess, stand out there and kind of keep watch to see if there's anything out there, as well as like look up at the stars to put my
Okay, cool.
astrology skill.
Yeah, no, it's a beautiful view. It's you can see you can see the clock tower from that rang the bell earlier. You can see it across the way, I guess, in the yard. It's kind of attached to just a stone structure, and there's rolling hills kind of around the area. There's no trees. It's kind of a treeless large hill that it's on. And there's a winding thing through the gates and the stone wall around the manor. That's what you see. You don't see really animals or anything else happening per se. It's a clear night. It's cool spring evening. The weather, I believe, is good. Let's check the weather. Yeah, it's the day. Yeah, it's fine. It was humid out in the morning, but it's fine. We can check the evening in a bit. But yeah, you guys, I'll yeah, you guys. What else are you guys doing? You tell me what you're doing or where you're going, and I can tell you if there's any kind of
Discreetly, without you know, sort of imposing in front of my lady, I get Aspen to check the entire house for secret doors or traps. Well, mostly secret doors. We're looking for secret doors. No,
Mhm.
you suck.
Yeah, no, not finding anything, um, anything weird. Um, there are some oddities though that are compiling, uh, as you guys are spending
Yes,
time
I've
in the
got
house.
Maynard sort of going through books and other quandaries.
You you find yourself you found yourself in the library, Maynard. Um, and you're looking at the books. One book seems to have its title seems to have vanished. Um, you thought you didn't remark it before, but you look at this blue bound book and there's no title on its spine. You're just kind of blank. Um,
And the pages?
the page, if you open it, there's stuff inside of it. It seems like a general discourse on, you know, how to dress, a lamb for cooking or something. It's nothing very mundane. But as you were scanning the book, you didn't notice writing missing before, but this one drew your attention as you look back. Um, there is there's also a bit of a clock issue. The clock seems to be not moving, although the pendulum
It's
underneath
ticking.
it is ticking.
Not moving at all, moving backwards, just not moving at all.
Just not moving at all. But the pendulum continues to go forward.
It's still going tick
Yeah.
tock.
And you hear it ticking. It's just not moving.
Upon looking at this book with no name that did have a name but now doesn't have a name, are there any other books like that?
Not that you see. You don't see, but you do. You don't see anything missing on its writing on the spine, but you could have sworn before that the books, you vaguely remember it was like a red, green, red, blue with now no name. Now it's a red, green, blue. You almost could have sworn that the books exchanged order, but you can't be certain. You can't quite recall. Your memory seems to be playing
Where's
tricks
Leora?
upon itself. Leoris is upstairs on
I
the balcony.
Okay. I call to the others. I go and see the others, finding them, asking them whether they've seen any other distortions. I won't say disturbance because that's more haunting.
Mhm.
Little trickery of the mirror.
A trickery of the mirror. What happened within the mirror? I'm pretending as I didn't actually.
Nothing concrete. It seemed my reflection appeared to warble, if that makes sense.
As if moving faster than your own time. As if out of time.
Indeed.
And there's one thing that Jorvik can add. When his booted armor, when he was walking outside, he was going through stone floors. He could have sworn that the echo from his booted, the echo, clearly the vibration, the sound echo that should have happened seemed to be delayed like a couple of milliseconds. It was obvious that it was not in real time, but it seemed to have been shifted forward a moment or two. Like you step, you should hear a noise. There was no noise, but then there was a noise. That's what he remarked.
Lord Paladin, do you sense any evil about this place or anywhere on the grounds? Or have you sensed any evil? I fear that
I've been sensing around the main entrance and then through the hallways as I went, but
nothing.
He has
I
sensed
don't
no
believe
evil,
so.
but he has a growing apprehension, to be sure.
Yes, it is for good reason. Someone has gone, this goes much further than just being cast on parchment. Someone has released an aerial, put it on the house. The estate seems to be affected
Is it a
by
curse?
time.
So at that time, Gerben,
Or is it leaking?
I don't know, you guys
I don't
can
know.
conferring notes. Jorben comes in and says, Masters, Lady Vestra requires your presence at the dining room. Meal is being served, and she would very much like your company. So I will go back
Discussion
to
for another time, I guess, gentlemen.
Never turned down free food.
You're right.
Yep.
So here is, I'm moving the cursor down the basically down the bottom right, southeast corner is the dining room. And there was a fire going, in a large table, well set, with 7 places, with Lady Vestra at the head of the table. You've got some lamb and potatoes and some local beans and kind of some roughage, some warm bread, some cheese, and some water decanted, as well as, of course, the wine, a fresh bottle of wine. And you guys have a pleasant meal. The fire is pleasant and a cool evening. And the Lady Vestra is quite charming. Yeah, I don't know if you guys have anything you want to.
We perceive nothing odd.
No,
Perhaps Maynard is looking a bit stiff and rigid, waiting for something odd to happen. Nothing?
No, there's nothing. Tell me about the things you're discussing. It might help me a little bit triangulate, but you can tell that Lady Vestra is trying to put a good face on and is talking about things. She wants to know about you guys, where you come from, what your family's like, where you call home, how Verbobonc is these days, what's the court politics, etc. She basically wants the news.
Discuss idle things about coming from the divers. That most of us hail from the divers. We've taken jobs and residency within Verbobonc, blah blah. While I'm discussing, is there a clock in the room?
There's not in this room. There is a large mirror, however, that oversees the
There is,
place.
yeah,
Yes.
there's a mirror. While we're discussing, I'm watching the reflection in the mirror. Can I see the flames of the fire?
You can. They're bright orange
And
flames.
they seem to flicker within
Yeah.
correspondence of.
Right. I would just say
Yeah,
that,
that's about it.
I would say this. Do you I would, let me roll a dice and check on something. So you're being extra cautious. I would say there's only one thing that strikes your notice, Brother Maynard, at the moment. Lady Vestra's been very careful not to broach the oddities and what's causing her concern. But her anger slips and mentions Elric's name one time, and as she does so, the fire pops loudly and kind of catches everyone's attention. It's just so coincidentally, when the name was mentioned, she mentions Jorben will have to put some new logs on the fire, that they're perhaps maybe a bad piece of wood in there or something. But you seem to think that there was a coincidence with the reference.
Okay.
Yeah, but beyond
It
that,
might have been. It's hard to tell.
She
Um,
and she gets up.
that's about it.
She gets up. She says, "Please let me go ask Jordan for more wood." As she passes behind you, you notice her image flicker in and out of the mirror briefly. She vanishes actually from the reflection, and then comes back in as she walks out. As she walks back in, you don't
Yeah.
notice anything different.
Huh. Did anyone else see that? I mentioned quietly to the rest of the party. No. It seems
What?
the mirror. Within the mirror. There are oddities within the mirror. I
Try
just
to
watched our.
sense evil on the mirror. Probably won't.
Do I still have detect magic going, or no? Is that fired?
I think that's for us. You can remind me, Leoris, if you look it up, but I think that's just for. Yeah, I think that's both been spent and maybe location specific or item specific.
Oh yeah, 2 rounds per level. Okay, yeah, definitely expired.
But yeah, just some oddities for sure. You guys know something's not vibing here or something's off.
Is there heat coming off that fire?
There is. It seems to be a normal physical fire. Nothing like
Okay.
weird, illusionary.
Leaning more forward, as she's left the room. You must watch the mirror. There is something amiss. I believe we aren't alone. I think this is some extension to the civic ink, mixed with some time-dwelling thing, perhaps from Founding Stone, or somebody else has got a Founding Stone. Somebody else is doing this. The thing that we vanquished that day was only but a tendril of what's going on.
Mm.
All right. Well, my
We're
paladin's a
not
little annoyed.
safe.
I stand up abruptly and walk over to the mirror and tap it with my finger to make sure it's even an actual
Hello?
mirror.
Hello? You in there?
Yeah.
No, smash!
Mirror shard come out. Yeah. No, it seems normal to you. At the moment, it's just it seems normal.
All right. It's not a portal to
No,
Forgotten
it's
Realms.
a real mirror. So Lady Vestra walks back in and says, Jorben will serve us some tea. This is made with some roots that are on the land. I quite enjoy it at the evening. It helps me relax a little bit as well. Please, if you're a tea lover at all, then I hope you'll try it. If not, then I understand. Please help yourself to some more wine. And Jorben at that moment comes in with some hot piping tea, pours it around. You either can drink it or not. It's up to you. She certainly seems to indulge in it, likes it. Smells a bit minty, flowery and minty, whatever.
You have a dwarf now? Dwarf, drink the tea.
Yeah, right. Yeah, the dwarf. Yeah, Constitution through the roof. The king's taste tester. So Lodar, yeah, he's not a tea typer with the pinky in there, I think, but I don't know. But okay, so look,
he contains multitudes, man. He loves tea.
he's a complex character, huh? Okay, so yeah, he throws it back. This is quite good. This is lady, I want some of these herbs. So yeah, it's quite good tea, and it's a bit like chamomile, kind of puts you a bit, relaxed. You guys pretty quickly are laughing about some old stupid things, and Lady Vestra, she thanks you and she says, "Gentlemen, it's been a long, tiring day, and I am so very grateful you were here. I think I will retire, but no, I'm sleeping well knowing that you're here. And Jorben, if you don't mind, uh, giving our guests whatever they need, and then showing them to their quarters when they are ready." And he says, "Yes, mistress, of course." And then she she bids you a good evening, and she walks in. Her bedroom is catty corner. She's southwest on the map, is where she stays, and
Okay.
she says, I will see you in the morning, good gentleman and good lady, and we will get back to Rhynehurst with a mystery to be solved. And with that, she bids you good night, and you guys are left to your own
All right.
devices. The hour is probably 9 p.m. The sky is dark, the stars are out. 9:30, maybe 10. And Jorben shows you where your rooms are, but says, please feel free to call upon me. I'll be downstairs in the quarters, in the parlor, reading, should you need anything.
Okay. Well, it's 10:30 Eastern Standard. I should let you know. So I don't know how late we're going to go.
Yeah, let's go to 11. I want to set something up for. Let's just go a little bit longer. I want to set something up. You guys are on the cusp of something to be set up here.
Okay.
And so we'll have a good start to the next session.
I suggest to the party that if they are to sleep, then we should all sleep in at least one room. Something is desperately amiss within this state.
For sure.
And that we have patrols, of course.
Well, I intend to start marching around the whole perimeter of this mansion.
Pretty much. There's something here, Lord Paladin.
Okay, so
we must find it once.
Yeah, so let me be clear on this. So Jorvik and Lodar, are you guys outside on the estates prowling around, basically?
I am.
For at least a watch, you know.
Okay, very good. Cool. And Brother Maynard, you and Leoris and Mort, you guys are in Aspen. You guys are holed up in a common room upstairs.
I was going to send Aspen out to hide and be all scouty, so I can try another.
Okay,
hide.
Where are you sending her?
Outside.
Okay. So
roaming around in shadows.
Okay, so like in the woods.
Not so much in shadows, more in the broad moonlight.
Okay. How far away from the house, generally? Just so I get a measure.
Perimeter of 80 odd feet, more.
Okay.
We might be up to the 100 feet. I'm assuming that the estate is a mile or so long, wide, whatever.
Yeah,
or
it's
perhaps
several acres. It's probably 100 acres total. But the wall, the estate's surrounded by a stone wall, probably about 500 yards, encircling.
Okay.
Yeah. So at each of the points, 500 yards from the estate manor to the wall. Yeah.
Oh, you know what I should have done? I should have put on my coal. I will smear myself with coal. That gives me an extra 2%.
Okay.
And I will try again.
Okay, your cloak.
Go.
Yeah. Okay.
You're joking.
Not quite, but she's doing her best. Okay.
She's doing her best. I'm kind of hiding. I am the tree. I am the grass.
All right.
Paladin's looking at me. What the hell are you doing?
Smoking the herb again, I see.
Let's see.
Hiding under a twig.
Let me. I'm trying to roll something here. Let's see. Okay, there's that. Okay. Sorry, there's in 5e you can roll for a whole party's like a saving throw. In 2E, from the party sheet, you can. It's pretty nice. You can do whole party rolls. But in 2E, you can't. So you got to do it individually.
Mm.
Okay. Aspen.
Dead, sentient puddle of mush.
I just need where is my my man? I don't have Lodar on the combat tracker. I need to get him on. Not that you guys are in combat, but this is just showing up for some reason. Well, Lodar is here. Oh, he's the Z. Sorry, Z. Yeah. Okay. So, so here's what happens. It's about 11:30 at night. Lodar and Jervik are outside, as is Aspen. And you three are inside. Maynard, Mort, and Leoris, you all failed your saving throws. You have a very quick onset of paralyzation. You find yourselves, body starts tingling, and you cannot move, cannot speak. You kind of lay down where you're at. Outside, Aspen encounters the same thing, falls back against a tree, unable to move and talk. Same thing with Lodar. Only Jorvik has remained impervious to this. And so let me who's got the skull?
Our mage is down too.
Yeah, everyone failed except Jorvik. And you can see this because I'm recording this. So you can see. But let's see. I'm going to see Jorvik and Lodar are patrolling. So it's only a matter of time before Jorvik sees what's going on. It's just a question of how many rounds. So let me find.
I still don't detect any evil in all this.
No, you don't detect the evil. No, you don't detect the evil. Leoris, you have the skull. You can't move, but you can feel that the skull is really starting to hum and its eyes are really starting to glow. Thankfully, this is not a long-acting paralyzation. This is fairly short-lived. This is a matter of rounds, maybe a couple turns and not much more. But it's about midnight when you guys shake this off. Maybe this happened at 11:30, 11:45. You shake this off, and you were hit with something, and you suspect that this has to do with either the tea or the wine that you had at the end of the course. You get the unshakable feeling that either the servant or Lady Vestra has pulled one on you. What do you guys want to do? By the way, the skull is humming and its eyes are glowing.
But we can move.
You can move. You're getting back up, and you know something has happened.
How many hours has it been?
It's not been hours. It's been minutes. It came upon you, and it was delayed acting. It whammied all of you except Jorvik for some reason, and it whammied you for about 10 minutes, maybe 15 tops, and that's been it. And then it wore off, and you guys are able to move about.
First, checking my surroundings. Everything was in the same order.
Yes, nothing
in the room, like same plants, pots, books.
Nothing in the room has changed for you.
exit the house and try and find the rest. Try and find Jorvik and the rest. Same with Aspen. Aspen tries to fall back.
Okay. I think you all kind of congregate, come inside, and all are sharing the same experience. Like, so, hey guys, what's up? You guys want to do?
Definitely find the
Like
goddamn
while we're
syrup.
all standing around, Maynard goes, I believe that we are perhaps ill-equipped to fight the presence here. It has not
Can't
yet
see anyone
reared its
on the map.
ugly voice.
I'm not sure what to do because I don't know where I'm at.
I assume we probably would have come in through the front door because we're all out patrolling.
Mm-hmm.
Does anyone else see their
Kind of
token?
standing there.
I don't have the tokens on the map. I mean, I can here. There, I
Oh,
mean,
okay, that's fine.
We're basically in that main foyer area just beyond the front door, I reckon.
yeah,
Not the little one, I'm thinking the one with the carpet.
yeah.
Well, let's be
We'll
close.
just put you all in here, right? You're all kind of in here. The tokens aren't the size, obviously.
kind
I've not put a grid on
I
there.
assume that somebody informed Jorvik and the rest of us that you were
Yes,
paralyzed.
Jorvik.
yeah.
I think Jorvik, you came upon either Aspen or probably Lodar. It makes more sense. As you're patrolling, you saw him on the ground. You rushed over to him as he's wearing off at the same time and is explaining, I don't know. I all of a sudden it hit me. I couldn't move. I don't know if I got put a spell on me or what. Yeah.
I too. Me too, says Aspen.
And Leora says it's probably not a spell if it's affecting all of us. It's probably, it's probably not a spell. Covering such a wide area.
Not a spell. What would it be then, Mage? Is it some kind of invisible gas or something?
Maybe an herb.
We call that a
ingested.
roofie.
Yeah, right. Someone slipped one in your drink, and it wasn't feel good.
Yeah.
The little lady's not as innocent as she looks. Okay. Would be the first Jezebel, man.
Yeah, she likes to play doctor.
I don't know. Her room is just to the southwest of you.
Go and
go
check
see
on
the
the
map.
lady. Maynard will do that. Go quickly to my lady. Blah.
Okay. So so you guys can come in this room here, and you find that the bed she's not in here. The bed looked like it was slept on. The covers were back, and it seems like the covers are off the bed, askew in an unnatural way. There's a door open to the north and another door open. So let's just say here, bring a pointer, door open here. But through here, there's a passageway through here that was not apparent. Maybe it was secret. You guys didn't find it, whatever. Here, and it looks like it leads to the stairs that go down to the cellar, to the room at least. There's no evidence of the servant or Lady Vestra in this room.
Evil?
Where is the servant that was serving us all tea?
He's not here.
Someone find him. Mort, make yourself useful. Go find this. You're the tracker. Go find that servant.
You guys can call for him.
Gotta be in the house.
Right? If you yell for him or call for him.
Well, of course, but we can yell for him. Does he appear?
He would have a supposed quarters within the house.
Mm-hmm.
Or outside the house.
I'm going to turn off the token lock here so you guys can move about freely where you want. But elves and thief, roll me a 20-sider.
No, whoops.
Okay, nothing. Okay. Okay, I'll keep checking, but as of the moment, nothing. Okay, you guys yell for the Jorvin character.
The room, you said it was the bed was unnaturally disheveled, like the covers were torn off, thrown backwards off the bed, or just tossed to one side.
Yeah, it doesn't look like, right? It does not look like somebody got under the covers and then removed them and skirted them to the right to get out of bed. They look ripped off or, you know, not logically askew. Like somebody ripped them off or something. Yeah.
Um,
I'm gonna follow the passage.
follow the passage.
Okay. It just simply leads into it's a kind of a secret passage that leads directly into that room that goes down to the cellar stairs, down to the cellar.
Where is Aspen?
You guys go down the stairs?
Go down the stairs.
Yep.
Aspen will.
You guys go down the stairs. Roll me a 20. You guys roll me a 20-sider again. The ones that rolled me before rolled again. 20-sider. The elves and the thief. In other words, they're ones with really good hearing. And humans, maybe you can hear better. Jorvik and Lodar, go ahead and roll for me. See if we can get anything beyond a 12, 13.
What am I rolling?
The 20-sider. See if you can hear anything. If the elves can't, I'm not sure that you can, but you get lucky. Oh, look at the 20-sider. The paladin, acutely attuned. You might be mistaken, Jorvik, but you think you hear some low chanting humming. Maybe your ears can pick up a lower resonancy that the elves, the higher pitch, cannot. But you think you hear what appears to be chanting, and it's coming from below. I'll move you here. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to hear it.
Hiding in shadows and heading forward down the stairs.
Okay.
Fail! Yay!
Okay.
I hear something evil below us.
Something's chanting below you. All right, so
Something
you guys
evil?
go down the stairs.
Detected evil?
All chanting is evil as far as I'm concerned.
You guys go down the stairs, and you remember when you came down to the cellar before, there was a family crest. She had to turn in a certain way. That door is open. It's not closed. It is completely open as you come down the cellar, and you remember her closing it on the way out.
All right, I'm rushing down. Screw this.
Okay, so as you guys come down to where you were before, you'll notice as you crest to the bottom of the stairs, you'll notice something a little bit different than you saw before. Remember on the left how there was walls there?
Yeah, it's opened up.
There are not walls there anymore. And the chanting that you hear is getting louder.
All right, I go towards this new secret door that's opened up.
Maynard follows behind.
Do we see a pair of footsteps going towards there? Or is it just one pair?
I think, yeah.
Reaching out to detect evil.
Yeah, it's 60 foot, right? It's if there's evil, it's not.
Yeah.
You're not within 60 feet. But yeah, Brian. The ranger certainly can look for tracks. All of you can look for tracks. I mean, there's a wall that's opened up, right? I think, look, there's dust in here, and there's I think
we have a ranger with us.
It's not hard to see that, yes, there are tracks, and there's tracks of multiple what appear to be humanoids. Multiple feet.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Going down.
The ranger could literally track or try to.
Yeah. So there's a door in a hallway that goes, and it starts to slope downward. The chanting is getting louder.
All right, I've got my lanterns not lit yet. is there any sign of light ahead of me as I'm moving into this darkness?
There's not. There's sloping down, and then there is a just a sloping down and a set of stairs going down.
All right. Well, then I suggest the dwarf and the half elf get in front and
Mm-hmm.
use your skills, so
I
we can
will
maybe
try
surprise
to
anyone who's down these steps.
hide in shadows again. No.
Well, they both got infravision, so they should be able to at least. The dwarf obviously be able to
Yeah.
sense anything about the floor.
I'll be
If there's a
alright.
slope or
I will try at least move silently. Yeah.
Yay!
No. Oh no, that's terrible.
so let the dwarf and the halfling, the half elf get I don't know, 30 to 60 feet in front of us, and then obviously we'll just follow behind. I'll be kind of groping the walls, I guess, so I don't fall over.
Oh, it did work. Good.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Nice.
Let's see.
Does anybody hear
Very
anything?
powerful. I'm terrible at detecting noises.
Well, the chanting should be getting louder.
Yes, yes. The chanting is getting louder. That's a given. As the further you make your way, the more the chanting is getting loud.
I assume it's multiple voices.
Yes, it's in unison. There's multiple voices in unison.
Are we starting to sense any fear?
Fear? No, I wouldn't say
Or
fear.
a heavy presence of evil? No. Excellent.
Does the paladin see that? Does the paladin see?
The paladin
I'm
is
reaching out.
the paladin's getting a whiff of something that is giving him some pause, but he is maybe not quite within the range of certainty. But you guys descend the steps.
Moving Aspen.
Tell me, remind me your order. Now let's go ahead and take care of this before we set this up, and we'll start on this next week.
It's Aspen and Lodar in front.
Yep, out front.
Jorvik behind.
Brother Maynard.
Maynard, Leoris, and I guess Mort maybe in the back. Does that sound right to everybody?
All right, let me see.
Sounds about right.
So Aspen is in the
Put
front.
the casters in the middle.
With Lodar. And then who's next?
Jorvik. Probably like 30 or 40 feet behind those guys.
Yep. And then the two casters in the middle, Maynard and Leoris, with Mort behind.
As a rear guard, yeah.
Okay. I
Yep.
think
that's perfect, actually.
Yeah, if you guys look on the tracker, make sure that's right. But it'll matter in a little bit, in a moment. Okay, so that's how I have it. I have it as like kind of like why happening there.
No. Those casters should not be in front of me.
I thought it should be there about.
You guys
behind.
You guys move it how you want to move it. Okay, I'm not doing this. You guys move it to where you need it to go. It's not.
I said exactly. Jorvik is obviously the big dude behind the two lead infravision guys, and then the casters will always be behind. Just you can assume these two casters will always be behind me.
I think you said 40.
100%.
I think you said 40 feet. Are you 40 feet behind the two leads?
Yeah, we're getting enough distance that they can be silent. It's stealthy.
Lodar and Aspen being stealthy. Okay, you're 40 feet behind him. Okay.
Well, I'm being stealthy. I don't know how stealthy the dwarf is.
Well, he's a barbarian who actually has a stealth ability. He sure as hell can be and he's not in plate armor. He's in. I assume he's in something lighter than I'm wearing.
So
yeah.
So Aspen and Jorvik, you hear heavy chanting. You at the end of the stairs, you come to a door. There's some light emanating out underneath the crest of the door. And the door is closed. It's a wooden door.
No sigils around it. No sigils around it.
No sigils, no weirdness. Just a shut door.
No exploding glyphs again.
Yeah, I will check it for traps.
You don't see
It's
any
clear.
traps. Clear as daylight.
Clear as failure will give you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can we see shadows moving or anything? Oh, I suppose.
No, you
close
don't
down.
happen to see shadows moving at the moment, but you hear some serious chanting going on that are getting a bit louder. I mean, clearly
And
they're
it's
not
behind
far
this
from you.
door.
Not immediately behind the door, like 2 feet, but they're on the other side of the door somewhere.
That's what I mean. They're behind the door. Okay, well, obviously the full group is caught up to these guys by now.
Yeah, signaling to the rest of the group. Caw-caw, caw-caw.
Please don't do that.
No.
All right. You guys open the door? Or not?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
You open the
Aspen will
door.
open the door.
Is there light coming on?
And this is what you see. And I'm going to put you guys on here, and then we'll have to arrange you according to your party sheet. The stairs are only wide enough for 2 by 2. And it's going to be Aspen and Lodar leading the way. Okay, as you come in, you enter into a circular stone chamber. You can look down, maybe 30 feet down. You see a large glyph at the bottom of this chamber. And Lady Vestra is floating in air, completely, I don't know, unconscious, but she's been floating in air. There are seven robed figures surrounding Lady Vestra, chanting in unison, all in black robes. They're chanting. The glyphs on the floor are starting to glow a bit. Next to Lady Vestra is a staff with kind of a gem in it that is a bit lit. That's all I can say. It's just standing upright and it seems to be glowing. More immediately in front of you are 2 warriors and an archer that look to bar your way. One of the robed figures notes your entry, raises his hand, and continues to chant. And with that, we will roll initiative next week and start things off fresh. Heavy narrative this week. On to battle. We're jumping off with the initiative.
Okay, no surprise for us.
Awesome. Sounds good. Thanks, guys, for the session.
Yeah. Thanks, Laz, for
Cool
joining.
stuff.
Appreciate it. Lots of fun. I'll try to fix the sound next week.
I'll see you guys next week as well.
All right, man. Sounds good,
Yeah.
guys. Talk to you later. Bye.